Hmm. As
Wow.
if you guys did anything else.
Time to just curse up a storm here. Just do it.
Imagine being on your best behavior.
Was anybody streaming it today?
I don't think so.
Okay. So that's fine.
I'm not, and I'm usually the
Oh.
only one doing it. So
A YouTube
Right.
exclusive.
That's right. What? They'll have to check out our YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
There we go.
Exactly.
Perfect. So yeah, it's been 2 months, and I still never got around to prepping anything that I really needed to, and I'm the worst for that, and I apologize.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
It's like Dungeon Master 101, man.
Right. So this
That's
today
what you do.
is going to be mildly railroaded in the sense that you have the city, you just don't have maps of like things, so it's going to be very much a theater of the mind session, and potentially selling you things that may not be the proper prices or proper capabilities. So we'll just see what happens.
It's in the city. You can blame it on price gouging, right?
Yeah,
the big city.
Yeah. Unless I
Inflation.
completely
It's like New York.
underplay you something.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, actually, when are you gonna do the recaps?
Like, when am I going to type them up, or when am I going to say them
When you're
here?
going to post them?
Was there not a recap for last session?
There hasn't been a recap for a long time.
The last recap, I think, was before the kobolds in the kobold cave.
It was like, if we're considering, we might as well just count the one shot as session 1. The last recap was session 2. Like, I've only updated that twice. Yeah, I know. That's something I need to do as well. But I can't give you an answer because chaos.
Oh, that's okay. That's totally okay.
The next 2 weeks aren't going to be nearly as hectic for me because we only have like 2 days of practice, but then I also have my birthday thrown in and a bunch of other shit that's going to happen this week. But I'm hoping I can make progress in that space. So, but no guarantees.
Yeah, by the way,
you want to do that?
Since it's coming up, happy fucking birthday,
Oh,
man.
thanks. Yeah, it's weird. I hate it because it's like the middle of the year, so every time it gets to my birthday, it seems like it should still be like March. So
when's your birthday?
The 28th
of June. Wow.
of June. Yeah. So it'll be Tuesday.
I didn't realize our birthdays were that close together.
Yeah, I think we talked about this once, right? Aren't you like
yeah,
the 30th?
I think we
or
have.
something?
Yeah.
You
No,
are
that's
too?
on the 11th.
Another
I
June
meant in
birthday?
July. No, it's in July.
Oh, okay. Well, that's close enough.
Yeah,
July 11th.
yeah. I'm June 8th.
I feel like everyone I know has a birthday in June.
Summer birthdays.
Because it's the best.
Imagine.
It's the best J month.
Yeah.
And I'm so mad at Diluted for making a command that said otherwise in Lancey's stream last night.
Oh man, I must have missed that.
And I had enough points to make my own command, but it was only a once per stream limit, and I'm really mad, so...
Damn, I wish I could have stayed. I wish I
could
could have stayed longer. I was wiped.
Yeah, I feel it. I rated it, and then there was like 10 minutes, and then stream got real laggy, so... But that was when she was planning on ending it, so... But it was fun. It was good. It was nice seeing Nancy again online.
We had a post-stream chat party.
We did. We got her a hype train while the stream was over. It was great.
Oh my god.
We were just hanging out in the void chatting with her.
I'm so sad I missed that. Damn, fucking.
You always got to bully people when they come back from break.
Oh yeah, of course,
Right.
naturally.
Of course.
Yep. Yeah, speaking of Artie.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
We tried to get Lancey to raid Artemis, but she wouldn't do it.
Can you raid someone that's offline?
You can. You can.
Yeah.
They just won't get any.
Nothing happens.
Yeah. I don't know. If, you can. I guess you can input the command. Yeah. I don't know if the chat actually goes to that person though.
That's
I don't
guess
think
it's
so.
something. It's something to try out, I guess.
Because the first time I tried to raid Jeritron, about a year ago, I feel like, I went to a different channel. It was someone that actually had a stream, but it wasn't somebody that was live. So like nothing. I don't know what it looked like for my viewers. For me, I was already in Jer's stream, so I just never saw notifications, and I felt like a fool. But
No, I remember that. Because all of us had to like manually go over because it was like the zero wasn't the zero or something. I can't remember what.
I think that's what it was. He has a 0 in his name, and I think I typed it as an O. It was either that, or I made it, or I dropped one of the 2 R's. I think I may have typed Jerton. It was something stupid, and I was still fairly new, so I wasn't good enough at like validating the icon that pops up when you have a pending raid. I didn't compare that to his, so because an icon popped up, it just wasn't his.
This was over a year ago, I think. Now.
Oh my god.
It had to have been close, yeah.
Yo.
And I think there was a chance if I had made that work, I would have been his first raid, and because I think somebody like the next night raided him, and that was his first true raid. I can't remember though.
Oh wow.
Oh my gosh, I totally forgot to mention it on stream last, but apparently Artie and I discovered that there are actually multiple grimnghtshdes.
Really?
Yeah.
There are.
there's like a grimnghtshade, like all vowels but with 2 M's, and then there's a nightshade grim as well, all vowels. And I feel like an imposter now.
There's a grim nightshade, but like with a K, like night.
Yep, like night, yeah.
That's actually pretty cool. I like that pun.
Yeah.
Where did you get your like I know nightshade is a plant, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is the comment is adding grim? Is that like some kind of reference, or is that?
Oh,
just...
it's literally, I got my name from, well, the deadly nightshade plant, and it's kind of stupid swapping out deadly with grim. It's literally just a synonym.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
I think I have probably the shittiest name story, I think.
Well, now I want to hear everybody's origins.
Mine I just directly ripped from Tenacious D, so...
Yeah.
Which I ripped when I was in high school and needed an Xbox Live name because my dad was helping me set up my Xbox when I was like 14 years old, and I had to make my Live account, and I think I tried a couple things first that were already taken, and I didn't want to just like add numbers. And I think this was slightly before the trend of adding like XX, the Time Goblin. XX was a thing for Xbox screen names. So then I just went with that video that I'd seen like once on my iTunes account because that's how old I am.
Oh, I have stuff on my iTunes still.
So there's that. Yeah, but that video, part of that video came free and as some kind of promotional thing. But it's really wild because in the actual full video, there's like, it's the Tenacious D people, but Michael Keaton is in it. Dan Harmon is in it. Who's the other guy? Justin Rowland is in it. It's really weird kind of looking back because some of those people have changed a lot since they were in that video. Right where they are now.
I've never seen that clip. I've never seen that video.
It's so stupid, but it's so good. If you like Tenacious D,
I feel like
it's great Tenacious D humor. So.
I feel like you have to post it.
I think I have before, but I'm happy to do it again. Yeah, I will.
It's always like the first username that you make that sticks with you like your whole life.
Right. Because I have another username that I use a lot, but it has my real life first name in it, so I don't use that for obvious reasons. So, or semi-obvious reasons. A lot of people use their first names on Twitch, but.
Yo, I've been thinking about changing my name to just Grim because honestly, I like it a lot more than my actual name.
Oh, like
human being name.
Your
yeah.
Human being name.
Yeah. My fellow human being name. Fellow humans. Yeah.
I was gonna say because I'm sure Grim is there is a streamer named Grim, but he spells it with a Y, and he does crazy music stuff. He wears like a skeleton suit.
Oh damn! I wish that were me.
He's like a metal rocker. Like he's actually really badass.
That's pretty dope.
I wish I could steal. I wish I could steal his aesthetic.
So he's sitting there like shredding, and he's got like skeleton gloves on, and it's
oh
really
my
cool.
God.
He's got a shit ton of followers. Pretty vacant.
That is
like showed me him.
That is so fucking cool. That is so fucking dope. I wish I was him. That's what I strive to be now.
What's everyone else's name origin?
So this actually isn't my first screen name, but I got mine. It was actually a nickname I got in tech school while I was in the military, and I liked it enough that I just kind of stuck with it when I added screen names and everything else. So
okay,
pretty simple. It's literally Sisk and Sasquatch put together because I'm a very hairy individual. And so, like, it was originally designed to make fun of me while I was in tech school because it was like the like staff sergeants that I was in technical school with, and I grew up being taught by my mom to just, if people make fun of you for shit, just kind of roll with it and like make that your own. And so that's kind of what I did. I was like, yeah, cool, let's call me that. That's fine.
So, you know, I do have to say, I've become so accustomed with your name now, where hearing like Sasquatch just sounds
weird, right?
Yeah.
That's weird.
It's really funny.
I appreciate that. I guess I don't know. I don't know if that's like flattery or not, but like
Oh, I think
I'd
it
say it
is. Yeah.
Mhm.
yeah,
I think so.
super cool. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Like that. There's nothing like deep and complicated with it. It's just something people used to make fun of me with. So I decided, fuck it. I'm gonna make it my own.
Nice. That'll show him.
Yeah.
Hell
Thanks,
yeah.
Mom.
Thanks, Mom.
What
Mine's
about you,
actually-
Codex? Oh. I mean, you can go. I was just.
Oh, he volunteered.
Wow, calling on
Yeah,
us
okay.
like a teacher.
I know.
So mine, it's a little bit of a weird story, actually. So I went to a seer, like a psychic, and she was actually pretty legit. This wasn't like, they read what you tell them and like give you vague stuff about your life. Like she told me stuff that no one on earth knows but me. And I was just like, okay, this is pretty cool. So she told me all this crazy cool spiritual stuff and basically told me that like my spirit name was Artemis, but with an I, not a Y. And so I just made that my screen name. My original name came from RuneScape way back in the day. It was Metroid 59, but I don't use that name anymore.
Okay. Nice.
Metroid 59.
Yeah, classic. The I and the O were backwards because someone else already had that name, and I was stubborn. And I was like, 10. So.
Metroid. Nice.
And yeah, that was my screen name for up until like 2017 or 18 or something, and then that's around the time when I started changing to this name,
Yo, I wish you still had that for Diablo.
Metroid 59.
Yeah.
I mean, I can change my name.
Can you change it back? I love it.
I don't know. So kind of a weird, random, like not what you would expect. But yeah, that's my villain origin, I guess.
Ian.
Codex, would you like to share with the class?
Oh, okay. I think I've said this once.
I think
On
I've
the
heard a little bit of it,
stream?
yeah.
When I used to stream. My old name was like before I left high school, it was Shadow Sonic. Like before I left high school.
I love
used-
that.
That is
Yeah.
that is
I didn't know what to do with.
that
Did
is
you,
so
did
edgy.
you write fan fiction? Did you write Sonic fan fiction?
I did not write fan fiction.
I'm a little disappointed.
I know, right?
Yeah, I feel like that needed to be part of the backstory there.
Yeah.
And then I spelled like the W with like 2 V's. So
Whoa.
it'd be
Ahead of
like
the
2
curve.
V's everywhere like I signed up for.
Damn.
So it would
And
have
then-
been impossible for people to have rated you now on
Yeah.
Switch.
Yeah, Shadow Sonic. And then I was kind of recently trying to find like the earliest instance of Codex tech. I think it was just after I left high school. So I think at the time I was really into this web not comic, but this web series on YouTube. It's called The Guild.
Yo,
And I had
Yeah.
oh yeah.
that's awesome.
Yeah, that was a good
I love
show.
the guild.
That was so that like what's her fucking name?
Felicia
Felicia Day.
Yes. That show cued off a crush for her. She is
That's
Oh.
exactly where that name comes from. Because I had such a crush on Felicia Day.
Felicia Day is top
And-
tier.
It's
Top
yeah.
tier.
Oh my god.
She's in
That's-
Dragon Age too. Codex, I always
Oh yeah,
wondered
yeah,
if
she
that
is.
was.
Oh shit.
I always wonder if
which-
that's where her name came from, but I never asked.
Which one is she in?
Origin Dragon Age. No, I think it's either no, it's Inquisition. I think she's in a DLC.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah, I think
I
I
gotta
remember.
pay for Felicia Day. That's definitely worth it.
Okay.
I think that's totally worth it. I don't care
And then
about
she's
how the
also-
game
yeah.
is.
Oh, just for
Yeah, Felicia Day still is a really big. I mean, that was like 2007 when the guild first came out.
Yeah, it was because it was on the channel that eventually started showing Critical Role.
Yeah, she
on the
Oh,
Steam
yeah.
store.
Oh, Geek and
Yeah.
Sundry.
she founded Geek and Sundry.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Neil
Or
found
co-founded,
that.
maybe.
I used to watch that channel a whole lot because
Yeah,
it
yeah, me
had
too. It was good.
it had like a tabletop game channel run by like, or not channel,
Will
but like
Wheaton.
series by Will Wheaton. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
And I love
tabletop.
that. Yeah, tabletop. That's right. Yep.
He's had some crazy people on there. He's had Grant Imahara on there.
Yeah, dude. Will Wheaton knows people. Like, Will Wheaton is fucking connected, dude.
He was also in the
Damn.
guild.
He was.
Oh, he was like an antagonist for like another team
Yeah.
or group.
He had a great ending story.
Which I do not remember.
They finished the guild, but that was like, it took him a while.
I see.
Dude, I love that origin for your name so much. That's amazing.
It's amazing.
So
Some
so
amazing.
so TG, did we stall long enough for you to finish writing the session?
Oh, I was supposed
Just
to be
thinking.
running the session. Shit.
Oh no.
Oh,
Damn.
we're still playing. Oh.
So are we
Yeah,
doing
well,
that
we gotta
8-hour
end at
prayer?
4, right?
RPing that 8-hour prayer
Yeah,
session?
we're gonna do the whole. Yep. If you don't get all the words correct, you lose all of your favor with your god.
Oh,
so
great.
hopefully you studied.
You immediately
notes
become an
that you made.
oathbreaker.
Jeez.
No, yeah, I think we can. It's like I said, it's just gonna be completely off the cuff, and it's probably gonna be horrible, but we'll run with it and see what happens.
No, I'm sure it's going to be amazing, like literally every other session you've done so far.
Yeah, other sessions I usually had something, but
Hey,
it's fine.
hey, no
Hey,
self-depreciation
hey.
here.
Ugh,
This is a no self
Fine.
depreciation zone.
I didn't sign up for that.
Well,
This
too
is,
late.
This is my Discord. My Discord is all about self-depreciation.
I don't care.
Yeah.
We're setting a precedent here and right now.
All right.
You better put that in the rules.
Nah, I'm good. Actual question though. So, last session, we did level up because the idea was you leveled up the session prior, but you still had to fight the axe beaks at level 2. So you did fight them, obviously. That'll be part of the recap if you forgot. But did everybody get their leveling up done? So things like, I think the main thing that we discussed was for Codex, and it was around the sorcery points or sorcerer points. Did you have any questions on that? Did you pick the 2 kind of categories that you wanted?
So I needed those 2 categories, and I think I also wrote down a level 2 spell, right?
I believe that sounds right. I saw, level 3 you would get access to level 2 spells. Yeah,
Yep.
So
and that's what Scorching Ray is.
Yeah.
I assume.
Yeah. I added that.
The badass spell. It's kind of ridiculous. That's what the kobold used against you guys, actually.
Wow.
Was Scorching
Yeah,
Ray.
yeah, I remember
Good
that.
spell.
That was real
Mhm.
fun.
Quality spell.
That was
All of
great.
the fire attack spells are like they're not OP, but they're definitely like
Oh,
for just basic damage output, they're probably the best ones.
I was thinking about that charm person.
Yeah, that one was
Yeah,
fun.
that was
Underrated
great.
Didn't you pass
Underrated
that
spell.
DC by like 1?
I think I like barely passed it. I think it was exactly the
real
DC.
Barely resisted it. Yeah.
It
Yeah.
was gonna be that would have turned. They would have at least delayed things quite a bit, and the
I
sorcerer probably could have
Yeah.
escaped. Because that was like a 1-on-1. Yeah, that's what it was. Because
Uh-huh.
you were the only one that chased it down, or at least you were the first one to chase it down the tunnel.
Yup.
And then it messed up its expedition. Yeah, a lot of things went really right for you guys in that fight. I don't think you were ever in too much danger, but like they could have easily escaped.
It was close though.
I think if they actually landed a hit, one of us probably could have died. I think I got super
Possibly.
damaged.
Scorching Ray
Yeah.
does a lot of damage, or
Yeah.
it could. Especially if all 3 rays were focused on the same person, but I think it split them up at least initially. So, all right. So
I'm pretty sure I got all my leveling up. We're 3 now, right?
Yep. So
No, we're level 4.
no.
Are we 4?
Mm-mm,
Oh,
mm-mm.
sweet. Okay, level 4. Nice.
Yeah. So it was health. The one thing I was gonna ask. I can't remember if we talked about this. Did we want for when you level up? We've done the average of hit dice. Did you guys want to roll for it? Because the alternative is you roll your hit die, and that's how many hit points you gain.
No.
So what we could do, moving forward, and I think maybe I can't remember if I offered this or not, so I'm going to offer it now. Moving forward, and we can do it for this previous level up if you want, you can choose to either take the average, and it's a slightly above average gain because you're taking the average of the hit die rounded up, so you're usually going to be in like the 60 to 70% range. Or you can roll for it, and obviously it's more of the gamble aspect of you could get an 8, a 9, or a 10 on your d10, or obviously you could get lower. I would say you would re-roll ones like they do in crit roll.
I was about to ask
getting
that.
a 1 is real shitty. Getting a 2 is not much better, but at least it's not a 1. So it's up to you. If you want to, you just have to obviously decide now. You can't roll the d10 and then be like, oh, never mind, I want to take the average. But it's up to you guys. And I would say not everybody has to follow the same rule. Like if one person wants to do the average, or, you know, basically moving forward, and we'll say including the level 3 level up, if you want, you can roll your hit die and re-roll ones indefinitely, or you can just take the average. So it's up to you.
Gotcha. I think I already added mine in as the average, so I'm just gonna roll with that.
Yeah, so did I. I don't remember what it was before this, so.
Well, it's whatever subtracted the average minus.
Look, I'm no.
Okay, it's fine.
No.
We'll keep that in mind if you guys make it to level 4. We'll have another conversation.
If I
If.
swear to God, TJ, if you Chroma Conclave us here.
Maybe I've had things planned the whole time.
I swear to God.
And I just had to see how nice y'all were in the last 2 months on my stream.
Wow.
And that determined your fate.
You know, I'll be taking notes for my
Summer
campaign
Games
now.
Okay. So
yeah, I'll take the average. Sorry.
Okay. No, it's fine.
Out, but yeah, I'll take the average. I used to prefer rolling, and then like I realized how easy it was to just do the average and not have to worry about rolling it. So
yeah, you're getting solid increases with the average and everything.
Yeah,
I always did rolling. I also used to roll for stats, and I thought that was fun. And it is fun, but it obviously
I prefer rolling for stats personally, but yeah,
it's fun until you roll shit stats.
Right.
It's just funny.
So, well, I usually do. I'm pretty generous. Like I do 2 different arrays, and you pick whichever array you want, and you apply it.
I do too.
The only problem is then there usually is at least one character that has super OP stats.
Yo.
And in 5e, that doesn't matter as much. When I used to play 3.5, that could be really significant because there's much wider ranges of those
3.5,
numbers.
if you didn't have OP stats, you were pretty much not going to be useful.
Right, because like at this level, you guys would have modifiers in the double digits easily for multiple stats because like the DCs get to like 20 and 25 and 30 pretty quickly. It's kind of insane.
Yo.
Right about the like level 10, things just start getting.
That's ridiculous. Yeah,
Yo.
that'd be insane.
What if next time, instead of rolling like 3d6 or whatever it is, what if we just rolled a d20?
I'm not opposed to the idea. You just roll 60-20s and then you assign them. Like I was reading through, there was a Reddit thread that talked about that. Like it's kind of, there's the spectrum. It's obviously the most lawful or whatever. This wasn't necessarily looking at the alignment scale, but it's like the most simple is just what we did, which is stat by, or maybe the standard array is even simpler than that. But like where it's obviously a very set thing. And then there's ideas of like either 3d6 or I did 46 and you drop the lowest.
That's what I usually do.
Yeah, and then it goes all the way down to either rolling d20s or rolling d20s specifically in an order. So like your first d20 is your strength roll, your second is your dex, etc. Like we could get into some really weird things like that.
That sounds
depending
really
on
fun,
where you want to go. You can do things where you pick your character first, and then you roll the stats. So like you want to be a sorcerer, but you may roll like a 5 on your charisma, so you gotta figure out a way to deal with it. There's all kinds of ways.
That's amazing,
It's
though.
really wild.
That sounds like a really fun one-shot, I think.
It'd be a great one-shot where you could have a character that is horrible, but you can make it work for a session and have a lot of fun with it.
It's like everyone make your main stat your lowest number.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
You guys are the most ineffective party ever. A dumb wizard, a weak barbarian, an uncharismatic bard, just bumbling through life together. It could be fun, but we're not retroactively changing that here, so.
Yeah, no.
God, I hope not. It took me way too long to make my current stats.
Right.
I'm not going to do that again.
I deliberated on mine so much. I would say, especially for Val and Codex, who didn't have a whole lot of experience with D&D prior to this game, if you wanted to rearrange some things about your character, we can certainly discuss it, because I don't want you to feel like locked in or dialed in. So, but,
I think what I have is perfect.
Okay. And yeah, Codex, if you want, we can talk about that off stream and go from there. But I hate having players feel like they're stuck with a character. So
TG,
there's ways around that, but
don't worry. I have plans all the way up to level 6 already.
Okay. All right.
Only level 6?
I was gonna say you're getting beaten by Sisquatch there.
Sorry. I don't want to plan past that because I don't know how much multi-classing I want to do. Gosh, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, we can't all be bear totem barbarians.
I have simplified it. My I think TG can attest. My original plan for Yogg had 4 different classes.
Oh my gosh.
And then I realized that I was being ridiculous.
That seems like a nightmare.
It was a little much, yeah. I was okay with it as long as you kept track of everything, because I figured you're experienced enough.
That wouldn't have been the problem. My problem with it was that I realized one of the classes, at the very least, I was literally only taking because I liked how good one of the abilities was, and I was like, this doesn't make sense for the character. I'm not going to do it. So,
what is your plan now? Just 2 classes, I think. I don't remember what we finalized on.
2, and then I'm kind of waffling between a 3rd.
Okay.
I'm not sure about, but when it gets to that point, I'll that won't be till level 5. So when it gets to there, I'll talk to you about it.
Yeah, we'll link up.
Do I need to talk to you about that then?
About multi-classing?
Yeah.
Just drop me a line. Yeah.
Okay. It's going to be.
Very little I'm gonna outlaw. I just want to make sure I'm aware.
It's gonna be after. It's gonna be after level 5 because I want 2nd level spells and 2 attacks. So.
Right. Yeah, we got time then. Again, if he gets to level 5.
Yeah. If we get that
my god.
We're still,
we're
still iffy here right now. So.
TG, I have so many joke characters I can pull in for this if need be. Yeah.
Yeah, I know we're not hurting for character ideas.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I like having. I just want to make sure flexibility is involved. So, and that still goes that same idea of with Artemis and Sisquatch, of course. If you guys wanted to change some things, kind of retroactively change some things, we can talk about that. But
no, I know we had the chance to kind of change around our stats.
Yeah.
After the first session, which I did do, but
yeah, that's right.
I'm pretty good with Yogg as Yogg stands currently. Yogg is good.
Yogg is Yogg.
Yogg is Yogg.
Brain cell. Anyway, should we get on with the session?
Oh, I suppose. I think we've stalled enough. Even though I literally just lost my sheet to the floor. 1 second.
Wow, excuses. That's very convenient.
No, it was.
We had 2 months of stalling.
Yeah, TG, I'm sorry. We have to do D&Dave tonight. I don't have enough planned for my session, so.
Wow, you don't just have a session.
Yeah, talk about unprepared. Wow.
Yeah, imagine.
Okay.
Ridiculous.
Being super needy though. Lay down. Okay, so I can do the recap while I give him attention. So, where we left off, you guys having provided aid to the small towns of Redvale and Carrington's Copse, were able to finally resume your travels to Durandal. I forgot just how much Grim/Val was getting anxious about that in the last session. It was quite fun to listen to that again. You guys finally resumed your journey, and after about a day or 2 of travel, you came across. Actually, it was less than that because you're still very close to Carrington's. Codex noticed, as the remaining 3 of your party were either distracted tracking or snacking along the way, noticed a somewhat burnt wagon, remains of a wagon or cart, with a number of very large birds pecking at the remains that were scattered about, as well as a human corpse that was lying there. After Codex alerted the rest of the party, and Yogg attempted to persuade the creatures to leave the area, at least temporarily, his his plea or his convincing fell on deaf ears, and a battle ensued. Blood was shed on both sides, but was eventually ended in your all's favor with the combination of a much larger Yogg bear form, as well as a incredibly powerful divine smite worthy dagger, which kind of cooked the axebeak from the inside out a bit, which led itself later to some efficient butchering by Yogg for various, essentially chicken steaks. You found out that the corpse belonged to the missing trader by the name of Francis that had been to Carrington's previously, whose map you had found, who actually had somewhat alerted you to axebeaks prior to this, that helped aid you in identifying these creatures. But you laid him to rest along with his signet ring, taking some of the spoils of what was on the cart. I believe you found a ring that I believe you I'm almost positive you guys eventually identified. I was curious, who has that ring?
Wait, okay.
Prestidigitation?
The lesser ring or prestidigitation, yeah.
Actually, 2 questions. Did we actually leave the ring with, oh god, what's his name? Oh no.
Didn't I just say his name?
Ooh.
Asking for recaps, but not listening to him.
Hey, Francis.
Codex has the ring, and the command
No, the other ring, the signet ring. Did
The
we
signet
actually put
ring.
that in here? Because I still have it on my inventory, but I don't...
I was clicking through the thing, and I thought you said you left it with him. I could be wrong.
I have no idea.
I think we did, didn't we?
I thought you did.
I'm pretty sure we did. I'm
Uh...
like 95% certain.
Okay, we can
I'll
say that.
now, what do you want? Do you want to have left it, or do you want to have kept it? We can retroactively adjust as needed here.
I'll say we left it.
Okay.
I left it. Y'all didn't do shit.
Wow. You don't even remember what you did.
Shut up!
Dalen's not in the business of looking through corpses' pockets.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Not all of us raid dead people, okay?
Oh
Jeez.
my god.
What's really funny, I think I mentioned this before, what is very funny to me is y'all are giving Val so much shit for those 4 silvers that she kept you guys from having, like, there was like 20 gold in that pouch that's now buried with Francis in the woods right there. You guys didn't, because you tortured her so much, she felt like leaving it.
Oh,
So,
actually, hey, I
that's
don't
fun.
remember if I mentioned this last session, but I am switching her pronouns around to she, they, if it makes it easier.
Okay.
Okay.
So either one is acceptable for Val, right?
Yep.
Okay, got it. Okay, good to know. You didn't. I don't think you did mention that, but that is good to know.
Yeah, I couldn't
Okay.
fucking remember. Sorry.
Okay, that's fine. Don't apologize. It's good to know. That does make it easy. Okay. Yes. So you left. You laid Francis to rest. Took some of the spoils from the cart, and then continued your journey. Eventually, arriving at the outskirts of the large walled city of Durandal. And I should say it's walled, but there is also a number of buildings, farms, somewhat of, I'm not going to say slums, but definitely, lower income housing that are nestled up against the wall as well, that sprawl outward from the city, as it is a very large area. You made your way in after a bit of a rather rough conversation with the guard that was one of the guards that was handling incoming people into the city. I stumbled through that conversation a bit, eventually costing you 1 gold, but which did get costing you on your own volition through a tip of 1 gold, but then which did give you some information as to a pub to visit. Who remembers the pub name? Pop quiz.
The Laughing Stallion.
Who remembers what Val originally thought it was?
I have that
Only
written
remember
down
this 'cause
too.
I
I
just
have it
watched
written
video.
down in my session notes. Hold on.
I'm sorry. I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
'cause
my brain
I believe
sucks.
we identified Val as a horse girl last stream.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Val
Oh.
has been a horse girl.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's canon.
But you
Val does
mentioned
things with horses.
Oh my god, we are not going to get started on this either. Please spare me for once.
but you made your way eventually to Laughing Stallion Pub after getting some directions from a slightly older couple, kind of I guess middle aged is probably more appropriate. couple that you kind of beset upon with raw chicken steaks, and that cost you 5 silver to get more or after hearing from them where the actual location of the pub was. And you did eventually leave, I think 2 steaks with them with a nice note that Yogg
cooked. Yeah,
Yes.
after we cooked them, because Yogg realized that some people don't like raw steaks. It's a common mistake.
After we got the pub people to cook it for us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did they do that for free? I can't remember. I guess we'll get to it.
I think they did it for
You gave her a steak. You
Yeah,
gave
yeah,
one
we
steak
gave
that
them
she
steaks.
ate, and then so she declared that cooking the other 2 was free. It was a barter, basically.
Yeah, I mean, either way, I took all of those steaks off my inventory, so
Mhm.
they are all consumed in one form or another, or
Right. Or
uh,
left still on a
or
on a
left-
doorstep.
Oh god.
slowly going a little bad.
No, didn't you put it like their mailbox or something?
I thought you put it on the porch, like on the
Because
front
they didn't
step.
have a
I don't
mailbox.
think they had a mailbox. I think it was determined they didn't have a mailbox, so I left it like on their porch, like in front of their door.
Right, without like you didn't ding dong ditch or anything, so maybe that's
No,
good,
'cause
maybe that's bad.
it was like late at night, I think.
It was late. It was
yeah,
later.
it was late, so we figured they were probably asleep.
It was like a 10 p.m. ish type. So yeah, with an older couple, yeah, not the best time to, especially after harrowing them 3 hours prior. Yeah.
Did we confirm that it was actually their house though? Because I'm
No.
pretty sure we had a roll for that. Yeah.
I don't believe you did, but they were sitting outside of it. Oh wait, no, you were trying to remember which house to leave it
Yeah.
at. I don't remember. I'll have to go back and look if you guys got the right house or not.
I think
what
I
your
think I
roll
had
was.
to roll. I think I had to roll.
Yeah.
For it.
Right, and I don't remember what the result of the roll was.
I don't know.
In the recap.
Oh,
I feel like I rolled well enough that you.
I'm sure you
told
do
us
feel like that.
You told us that it was
Oh,
the right
okay.
house. Like I feel like I have vague memories of you being like, yeah, you can remember where the house is.
I think I did, but yeah, we'll find out. We'll see. But yes, you conversated at the pub with the bartender, or at least one of the bartenders, Marissa. She pointed you in the direction of the Temple District, which you all eventually found your way to. Among quite a large number of the temples that were there, various sizes and magnificence, found a temple to Althea, which you all entered, Val leading the way, and had a little bit of a conversation with one of the members of the church there, of the temple, who was not capable of performing a oath of such nature for Val, but indicated that someone would be there in the morning that could do so.
Bryson,
I believe. It was.
Oh, wait, what was the name?
Bryson.
With a Y.
Yep,
Hi.
Bryson.
Okay.
Velena was the person who.
Yep,
the
I have
gnome
that
woman.
one.
Mm-hmm.
I have that one, but for some reason I don't have the high priest on there.
Quite a paladin.
I know, for shame.
Mhm.
A
Somebody
fucking
was paying
heretic.
attention. So where I believe we left off, because I didn't quite get to this part of the final VOD, I believe we left off late in the evening. You all had purchased or rented rooms in the Laughing Stallion. However, I believe Val was staying at the church for the evening. It does have rooms to accommodate that you're able to stay in for free. But you already spent money at the Stallion. But the 3 remaining party members were not permitted to stay there. So I believe where we left off was Val essentially retiring, but if there's anything you want to do before bed, we can go over that. With Yogg, Codex, and Dalen kind of being left to their own devices while still in the Temple District, but kind of having a night on the town at a late hour. A very, very hint of mild intoxication remaining from those of you that drank at the pub prior to arriving.
Like
with that
an hour
being
and a half
said-
beforehand, yeah.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
so it's been a while. I would imagine Dalen's constitution would have easily, how do I want to say, the effects would have worn off by now. But what all would you like to do? So Val, we'll start with you quickly. Is there any not quickly, but was there anything you wanted to do in the church? Valena showed you to one of the rooms. It's a small, quaint room with two twin beds, fairly close, but it doesn't appear that either was being used for, or she indicates neither is being used for the evening. And she, so this, yes, was a gnomish woman, obviously small stature, around kind of your middle age for a gnome, which obviously varies quite a bit. They have a much longer lifespan than half elves, for example. Brother Bryson will be here. He's here quite early, and I will inform him. I will leave him a note. This is not the first paladin oath that he will have administered, but he will be happy to take you through. Obviously, there's, as you know, some of the rites and passages and whatnot that will have to be performed, but I believe you will be able to do that tomorrow.
Yes, thank you.
Very well, then I shall leave you to it. Have a wonderful evening.
You too.
It is our pleasure to have a paladin, a future paladin, grace us with their presence.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Rest well. And she walks out, leads you to the room. Was there anything you wanted to do for this evening?
Yeah, I didn't think we'd jump right into the RP. I was gonna ask. I believe last time we also.
Do you want combat? Do you want to fight her?
Oh God. No, I meant. I believe last time we fucking identified that kobold cloak we got like 3 sessions ago.
Yes.
It was the Cloak of Elven Kind, right?
Yes.
Before we jump into anything, I wanted to ask my fellow party members, who wants the cloak? Who wants it?
Did we not give it to someone already last time? I don't remember.
Nope.
I didn't write
I
it
still
down,
have
so
it.
has it.
I still have it. Because it was after you guys left.
So, I have it written down, while you wear this item with the hood up, perception checks made to see you have disadvantage, and you have advantage on stealth checks.
Yeah,
Pulling the hood up is an action.
It's a stealthy thing.
Is there anybody that would really benefit from being? I mean, we do have a fairly squishy member of the party who might benefit from not being seen right away.
Yeah, I was
so
going
maybe Codex.
Yeah. I was going to nominate either Codex or Yogg, because I think you guys also have decent decks. Because I know Dalen and Val both have chainmail, so they have disadvantage automatically on stealth, and then it'd just be a straight roll.
Yep.
And I don't think that'd be worth it.
Advantage would cancel out for anyone where if you have disadvantage, the Elven Kind gives you a straight roll to stealth check.
Yeah. Yogg does have good decks, but also Yogg as a person is not naturally inclined towards stealth. So
yeah,
I think Codex is at least for like general for the most part, I think Codex is the good choice here if Codex wants it. And then if we have need in a different situation, we can always, I don't know if it's attunement or not, but
yeah, it does. It says it requires attunement.
Then yeah,
so
I think
wait,
just give it to Codex.
So it's technically been attuned to me this entire time?
No, you have to actively choose to attune it.
Okay.
So for those that don't, well, just for what it's worth, attunement means during a short or long rest, you must spend time with the item to essentially activate its benefits. So you can't just hand this cloak off in the middle of combat and then that person puts it on and runs off and then they have the advantage to it. So, and you can have 3 items attuned to you at one time. Any more, and you have to, or you can't have any more than that, essentially. So, for what it's worth. So you can still, the choice you make now isn't permanent. It's just whenever you want to use it, it has to be, if you want to give it to someone else, there has to be a short or long rest involved to reap the benefits. Yeah.
Cool. So I'm giving it to Codex in the morning then.
Okay.
Okay, so go.
If you want it.
No, yeah, that sounds good.
Did you want to give this before you retire for the evening?
Yeah, I guess we can say that. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So Codex, make sure to mark that in your inventory, please. I mean, I can put it in your inventory within, within Roll20. I can put it in just Codex's journal, if y'all want. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, sure.
Good with me.
And then
Well,
is Codex?
then I have a ring and the cloak.
Yeah, I was gonna say, are you keeping the ring?
I mean, if any of you guys, it would benefit you guys more. I'm not sure.
I mean, it's not an attacking thing. It's just
Just cast prestidigitation, right?
yeah, it's just prestidigitation.
Once per day, so it's not. Yeah,
Do
it's
you
very
actually-
minor.
Once per day.
Yeah, this is like a really basic, like, magician novelty toy type dealy.
We could sell it to some unknowing peasant for a lot of money.
No, I will not allow you to do that.
Like,
I will
Yeah,
not
you-
allow you to do that.
You split the party.
I know, I know.
Yeah. You left us alone.
But unknowing, I mean, this would be like a Jack and the Giant beanstalk situation. Like, the peasant's going to give all their money for it. It's just not going to be nearly as
That
beneficial
is
as magic.
that is
Silver.
wrong on so many levels.
well, no. See, money. We don't just
Aren't-
need money.
hold
I mean,
on.
you know, it'd be nice to have a house in the city. For
Aren't you good
I would
aligned?
take a cow. I would take a cow.
I am. Listen, if I tell a peasant that they could make a lot more money than they have now using
That
this
is
ring in
a
the right
that
way,
is a
I'm not
pyramid
lying to them.
scheme. No, we're not doing that. We're not gonna start a pyramid scheme on our first fucking. We haven't even spent a full night in the city yet.
It's not a pyramid scheme, Grim. It is what we call a swindle.
A scam.
Yeah, I think it's just a scheme.
No. It's not. It's not a scam. I'm not
bit.
lying to this guy.
It's just a bit.
You're
Yeah,
just
it's a
holding
bit.
certain bits of truth.
No.
Yeah.
I'm not. All I'm saying is that you could make a lot of money
No.
using this
No.
item. Not saying that he will.
This is a lot of debate for something we're not going to do.
No, this is great. Keep doing this. It's up to you guys. I mean, for right now, I believe Codex has it. If you guys want to change it.
That one isn't attunement, right?
I have that it does, but at the same time, I think it shouldn't. I'm going to edit that because it's so dinky. It doesn't require attunement
Yeah,
once
I'm
a day.
going to say if it's
Command
attunement, that is not worth an attunement.
Yeah,
I know,
actually,
attunement.
cantrip users, neither of you guys have prestidigitation, do you?
No, that is not a druid. Prestidigio Toshi.
The only one that could have it by default would be Codex.
Okay.
It's a sorcerer. It's an arcane spell, but anyone can still use this because it's that simple. But
do you have prestidigitation codex?
No, I don't.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
so it's up to you guys.
Yeah, it's because it's definitely more of it's an out of combat type thing for the most part. Like it's not it doesn't do damage or anything like that.
Right. It's like it would be either in combat. It's like a utility minor distraction, and it could be useful, but it also could easily be spotted by a more intelligent creature as just a distraction. So
Yeah. Well, Yog won't take it unless it's given to him. If that makes any sense. Like, Yog wouldn't think of that really as having any value. So Yog's not gonna particularly want it unless it's foisted upon him. So I'm gonna I'll count Yog out of it, but if somebody else wants it, I guess there's not really. It's not attunement, so we can always switch between it if we need to. But
yeah, just
That's
note that
true.
it's only like it's not Yog can use it once and then hand it to
Right.
Codex, and then Codex can use it once. The ring itself is once per day. It has one charge. So I figured that was probably clear, but just to be sure.
I think Codex can keep it.
we can Codex can have it. Codex is definitely because I like as far as the trickery aspect of it. I feel like Codex is the most likely of the group to use that sort of thing.
Yeah.
There is a really handy thing in here. It says you chill, warm, or flavor up to 1 cubic foot of non-living material. So you could make anything taste like anything.
Oh
Yeah.
god.
Yeah,
That sounds like a Yogg spell to me.
that sounds
Oh
like
my
food.
god.
Yeah. What? it's never available for use because
So,
Yogg just
wait.
keeps using it.
When it wait, when it says what
Breakfast.
is that? Does it say non-living? Hold on. Oh my god. My brain has just stopped working. There's multiple sentences.
Non-living
can't-
material.
Non-living material. Does that mean stuff that is dead or just non-organic material?
I would imagine it would say non-organic if it meant
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, so it just means
stuff
dead.
that's not
It can
alive.
be
Okay.
beef, but it can't be a living cow.
Could you
flavor
imagine if you
your-
could change the smell of a cow? Just a random cow. That'd be great. Anyway. Cool.
Or you can you instantaneously clean or soil an object no
Yes!
larger than 1 cubic foot. Oh
You
my
can
God.
piss someone else's pants.
Oh my god. This is too much power.
Prestidigitation is
it's-
one of my favorite spells. It's
It's
a great
great.
cantrip. 'cause you can do so many
Prestidigitation and
things.
thaumaturgy
Yep.
Yeah.
together.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Then you throw in a minor illusion here or there. You got a lot of utility and fun. So
It's great
this
for
could be something.
it's great for
It's
messing
not
with
going to be a
townsfolk.
combat spell. You're not going to kill something with this, but you could easily confuse or distract or flummox something. So
Well, now you make me want to kill something with it.
Okay, alright. We're not going to kill anyone tonight either.
you can make somebody's spit taste like arsenic and convince them that they just got poisoned.
Oh my god. Anyway, that's all I had.
All right. So is it staying with Codex?
Yeah. I mean, I actually, that's not for me to decide.
Sure.
Or unless you meant the cloak.
No, I was talking about the ring.
Oh.
The cloak's already been determined. It goes to Codex prior to this evening's event, to the separation. So I'll
Oh,
say
maybe
like it's liberated prior to going in the church or the
If
temple.
it's a
in
stealth
church.
thing, maybe that was a bad idea. Yeah, it's fine.
Well, he won't be able to use it tonight because it's not attuned. So unless they take a short rest. So
Yeah,
I
it's
will
fine.
put this
It's fine.
in Codex's journal only. If you want to see the actually, well, let me do something. If I do this, so I made it so it's only seen by Codex, but then if I do the show to players, did anybody get the pop up or just Codex?
I got gladiator
I got
dice.
gladiator dice. I clicked the wrong thing. I clicked the wrong thing. Okay, what about now?
Nothing.
Negative.
So it's only the Codex. Did you get it popped up on your Roll20 screen?
Wait, could you do it one more time?
Yeah. There.
Okay, mine popped up.
Okay, so it only shows the people who have it in there. That makes sense. Okay, good to know. Okay, so with that being said, then Val gets, you're shown to your room. I do want to actually give a quick. Actually, I have a map for this. This is actually one of the maps that I built because I changed a little bit of how the temple was structured based on. I like what you did with your sketch. I didn't do it exactly.
Thanks. I feel
But
so
I
special.
do want to. No, because I changed it a bit.
Oh
what
wow,
I
I
had
feel so
before.
special.
Ooh.
So this, oh shit, this person isn't here. That's the brother. That's the main guy.
Oh no.
So this is what the church looks like. So
Oh.
it's still very simple. It's very bland. Actually, technically, this isn't even the right one. This is. Hold on. New map. This is what
Oh.
it looks like.
Oh, wait, is that a
Kind
dead
of.
guy?
It's fine. No.
You mean you don't sleep like that?
No.
But I'll say, you essentially have a chance to kind of explore the layout of this area. It's fine. Not all the doors are necessarily open, but you have the two pair of rooms on the right hand side, and then a small room for kind of kitchen eating, as well as some books that seem to be from a historical or a record keeping aspect in the bottom right corner. The top right room up there has various supplies for any spells that they need to cast, any traditions. There's incenses and things of that nature that are are used in some of the rituals and celebrations and whatnot. The bottom left, which is where that guy laying down is, if there is someone resting there, that's essentially the infirmary where they have beds
Okay.
for anyone that's coming in.
Is he breathing?
Yeah, he is.
Okay.
He's asleep, but there are only so many. The
I know.
sleeping avatars in Roll20 are all in like sleeping bags
I
and
know,
stuff. So
but you usually use that one for dead people, so...
that is Francis, actually. That's the exact same model that Francis had. So.
And also Christopher, if I remember correctly.
Yes. Yep. A lot of every NPC male, potentially dead person just looks alike in this game. It's fine.
Great,
Um,
awesome. Glad
but
to
yes,
know. It's
he's
like
sleeping.
It's like the anime mom thing where like if she has like her hair braided down over her shoulder, she's going to die.
Is that a thing?
I didn't know about that.
Oh, I feel weird now.
I have no idea. Okay. Well, now I know. Now all my
Damn.
animes are spoiled for me.
Oh,
Yep.
sorry.
Wow. All these animes that I watch all the time.
Oh, dude, yeah, that's a thing.
It
What?
is. It is.
Just like I googled anime mom death, and it immediately popped up with death.
Yeah. Isn't that weird? Anyway, sorry.
Whoa.
That's fun.
Never.
So in the main
Yeah.
portion of the church.
Sorry, okay, I'm freaking out about this.
Never wear your hair like that. Never.
What if I'm not a mom though?
I mean, that's up to fate.
Is the mom trait required, or is it just the hair?
I don't know. I mean, there's only one way to find out.
Okay, all right. I'll try. I'll see what I can do about braiding. So I think I initially, when I described this, I talked about the back kind of had like a cordoned off with like curtain style, and that was where the infirmary was. But I'm retroactively changing that. So the back of the church, there's a simple kind of altar, as well as actually a decently well-made small rug that sits behind the altar, presumably where whoever it is that's making any kind of speech or sermon would stand. And behind that there is what's up?
It's the famous rug.
Yes,
It's totally
rug.
my notes. Yeah.
And then behind that is a fairly simple but well-made stone carving of who Val would certainly recognize as Althea. She has both of her hands out, and across those hands lays a rather large, dried, no leaves, but a tree branch. What a great timing for the music. Which,
Wow. Perfect.
It apparently gives off music. Apparently, Tree Branch is very musical.
Damn, I almost wish we had cameras on for this one. Oh, man.
But the Tree Branch, you would know, or could safely presume, either represents or is from the tree that resides in Altheus.
Oh, no fucking way. Oh my god, I'm totally not stealing that from my own notes. Damn.
So, is there anything, now that you kind of have the layout here, Val, is there anything you wanted to do before you retire? I would say Valena's the only person, other than the one sleeping in the bed. Valena's the only person that appears to be here.
What do you mean
after
that
she had left you, she's actually would be kind of probably just kind of milling about, just kind of cleaning, dusting. Occasionally goes in and checks on the man that's in the infirmary area, but she's just kind of quietly milling about.
Okay.
Doing her own thing.
I think Val would probably just sit in the back. Oh my god, if I could. Oh no, I can't. I can't
Do you
move
not
my
have
own
access
token.
to move? Okay, hold on.
I did.
Yeah,
And then I
it might have been.
didn't.
Oh, I think
New
I know
map.
what it is. Yeah, I have
Wow.
to do the third map. It's fine. You
I'm
want to
playing
go
the
like
dead
here?
guy now. Cool. Yeah, I think she'd probably just. I think she'd
There
probably
you go.
just
Now you
sit.
have control.
Yeah, I think she'd probably just sit for a while and
Okay.
probably run through a couple prayers and then go to bed.
Okay. There's also, I forgot, there's like behind the statue, kind of framing the statue, there are 3 stained glass windows. Again, somewhat simple, but well made. One on either side and then one above you can see. So that was the final feature that I forgot to mention. Okay.
Cool.
So
Yeah.
simple prayer, quiet reflection of the travel that you've had, of the people you've met, the bonds that are beginning and continue to form with your party members. And it's a very significant sense of calm that you haven't had for a few days, and amidst all this chaos, and it's a good feeling. It feels, while it's not home, it's a certainly a good representation of it. It's an aspect that you haven't had for some time. So you're able to find your way to bed, a restful night, and yeah. So the remaining 3, as you all leave Val, the Temple District, while it's not busy, it's certainly not empty. There are guards that you've seen milling about, that just doing patrols or just keeping an eye. There is a decent sized watchtower that sits closer to the larger temples. You see a guard that is keeping an eye out as people move about the temples. You see a few people that are stumbling drunk, carrying a friend that appears to have suffered a bit of a wound. They take him into one of the temples to Palor. But there's laughter still being had as they do this. And just it's a warm summer's evening, so there is still foot traffic, but it's certainly not bustling. What would the three of you like to do tonight?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
You do, like I said, you do have rooms left in the tavern, as those were already negotiated and paid for and whatnot. I don't remember exactly how long. I think you did a week worth of rooms.
I think it. Hold on. Do I have it in my notes? This is the real question.
I know some of you thought you would stay for a week. Val thought closer to a month. So you told the guards when you walked in that you were staying for 2 weeks,
I think,
roughly. I just don't remember how many nights you walked down at the Stallion.
God, oh my god, I have so many details about Marissa, but I don't have any details about. I'm assuming it was a week. I don't even remember how much it is.
I don't remember.
I think
Let's
it's
call
a
it
week.
from now on. If we have to adjust, we will.
Yeah.
Whenever I get around to writing recaps, we'll figure our shit out. So, and yeah, as you were walking, when you first entered the city, it was already a decent number of things were closed. Again, your finer shops have closed their doors for the evening. There still might be some available. Taverns are of course still quite bustling, and other just general restaurants and such. But the evening is certainly winding down, but it is not at an end.
It's like 11, right?
I'd say like maybe 10, because I believe you got to the city at about 8 o'clock. So spending an hour or so at the pub and then making your way here. Let's call it 10 p.m. But it is summer, so it's still warm and a modest night.
Do we just go walking around to see what's like in the town?
You can.
Oh yeah, I was asking them too.
But what was the last thing you said, Codex?
I was asking them.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So, what was your question? Can you just walk around the town? I'm sorry. I need to turn down Fred Boat.
I think Codex was asking us, like Yog and Dave.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
If we wanted to go walking around the town.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yog is good with that. Yeah, Yog thinks it would be cool to have something fun to do.
I could see a stroll. Never been to this town before.
Okay.
There's a river nearby, isn't there?
Yeah, the river actually flows through the city, and it actually cuts through a portion of the Temple District. I believe. Yeah, so you haven't crossed over one of the bridges, but there are a few temples on the other side of the river, and a decent-sized bridge, not like expansively tall or anything, but a few people wide, about 10, 15 feet wide maybe, that crosses the river. That's about, at this point in the city, it would span maybe close to 15 feet long, or 50 feet wide, excuse me, the river itself. So.
So we're gonna go walking along the river then, I think. Is that the at least for now? See what's happening, what the haps is in town.
So looking at the river, knowing your general direction, looking north, while it doesn't run quite as far. The Temple District's actually nestled up against one of the inner walls. So in there is a what do you call it, like the portcullis gate? Is that what you call it? That the river goes through, but it's currently closed.
The portcullis? I don't think it's technically that. I don't know. But
some kind of wrought iron, medieval style gate is closing down the river for now. At the north end of the Temple District, but the river continues to flow southwards for a decent pace, as far as you can tell right now. So you want to head down that way, following along the river?
Yeah, let's go down that way.
Let's explore.
Okay.
I'm sure this will go great.
Oh, right, yeah.
Walk in a random direction. I mean,
Yeah.
Dalen already doesn't quite remember exactly where where our pub is.
Yeah, that's actually going to be a challenge when you start making your way back. But okay. All right. So walking, and again, I don't have a map for this. I apologize. I have it on I have a sketch, but I'm not
I'm
gonna...
drawing one as we speak.
You're drawing what?
I'm
As
drawing
we
a
speak?
map
Okay.
as we speak.
Okay, we'll see how it lines up with what I've got. That'll be fun. So heading south for a while, you're passing various temples, smaller shrines, and you've already encountered the large ones. They are actually already behind you. They're closer to the wall itself. The three primary temples to Pelor, Ayun, and Bahamut. But following along the river, it's getting a little bit busier. Not packed, not crowded. You're not running into people by any means, but you're seeing a little bit more people milling about. And you start seeing, more lights, more torches, a little bit more of a smell of food starts kind of wafting your way. As you walk around and kind of curve a bit around the river to your left, with the river on your right-hand side, you start seeing a pretty open area in front of you in terms of large buildings. There aren't any, there's actually a number of rows of stalls, of tents. Many are closed down, many have kind of unfurled down so that you can't see inside or anything, but you still see a few that are seem to be selling either wines or meads. Some still have a small pit fire roasting. There's one that has a very large leg of beef that's slowly being kind of turned over a small fire and roasted. Another that has one of the kind of traditional Euro style lambs on a spit that someone is pouring over this dark liquid that has a bit of a sweet smell as you pass. Here you're seeing more people, you're hearing more commotion, more conversations.
This is where it's happening.
Some very intoxicated, some not. Yes. So this seems to be. It's still not. It's still kind of randomly pocked stalls that seem to be open for business currently, but almost all seem to be selling some form of. It's basically like street fair food late night when you leave the bar at 1 a.m. There's the guys on the Euro carts and stuff. It seems to be that kind of atmosphere.
Yogg is 100% like full like ADD style. Just anytime any form of like snack or food is like visibly available for sale, Yogg is like beelining it to go buy it and try it out.
So you start walking like as soon as we see this, Dylan's like, "You guys, look, it's the market. Do you think they've got mutton?" And I'm assuming Yogg is already walking towards the first open.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Yogg like.
This is one of the first where you've seen Yogg move when he's not in his bear form. Like, he's not running, he's not sprinting, but it's like a damn fast power walk. There's like an older lady that is not like old, but 50s or 60s, is kind of moving a little slower, that has to just barely get out of the way of Yogg, who's staring down the roast leg of beef that's being turned over. That would be the first one that would have caught your eye, Yogg.
Sounds good to me. Yogg will not like run over the old lady, but Yogg definitely does that like awkward, like, making himself as thin as possible to try to like waddle around her with like, without trying to seem too rude, but definitely like, you're moving too slow for me, and I want to get to this leg of beef.
Make
it around her.
Just because we need to have a roll at some point, make a dexterity check for me, or an acrobatics check rather.
Oh boy. Okay. Yeah, I can do that.
Just because you've been an hour in and haven't rolled.
18.
Okay. Oh no, you are the wind right now. You are set. You're ready. You're easily able to navigate around, even if she almost makes it too difficult. She turns her head to look to see what these heavy footfalls are coming around, but you're able to easily skirt by. You're already gone. You technically hear this, but it doesn't register in your head, but you just kind of hear her go, "What are you doing?" And you're just going. You're fine.
He sees like a flash of green.
Yeah, there's no answer. Yogg is like dead focused on this leg of beef at this point.
For sure. So yeah, you close the gap. There's two people in line still waiting. It seems like it's still being cooked a little bit longer, and there's some kind of small talk. The person that is kind of operating it. So this is the one that's like over like the kind of classic spit of beef horizontally over a small campfire. It seems like it's been burned for quite a while. There's a lot of ash. There's a lot of remains of various logs, and another pile closer to the stall of logs that are being thrown on as needed. The person turning it, a larger man. He's actually shirtless at this point because he's very close to the heat. You can see a lot of sweat has built up on him. Seems like he's been at this for a while. Particularly muscular, human male, probably early 30s, shaved head, thin beard. Seems to be fairly focused on the fire itself. There's an even younger man, smaller, more average size, maybe a little bit below average, that's seems to be handling the coin involved in this. So they kind of have the muscle and then the face of the stall. The younger man, shaggy blonde hair, average build, yeah. A little bit wiry, a little bit mousy, kind of, but seems to be, charming, chatting up the folk, being able to exchange coin quickly without breaking conversation with other patrons and whatnot. So as you get into line, the blonde man is the first one to greet you and sees you and says, "Oh, well, look at you, you're a big one. What can I do for you?"
Yogg would like meat, please. And Yogg gives the best smile that Yogg can give, which is just like all sharp, pointy teeth.
Right. Okay. Yeah, he's definitely a little taken aback, but he doesn't. It's very quick. He's probably dealt with at this kind of hour. I'm sure this man has dealt with a number of interesting patrons and whatnot, and you don't seem to be too menacing. Oh, of course. Okay. How much did you want? You want, we sell it by either a small fillet, and that will run you 8 copper. You can get 2 for 15 copper. Or we can get a much bigger chunk of the flank steak. It's the one I would absolutely recommend. That will run you 18 copper. And I think that might fill you up, but if you really want to make sure you're getting your money's worth, 25 copper will get
Yogg,
you...
Okay, Yogg is gonna cut him off. Like, Yogg is clearly like, it's that like Yogg is like nodding. Yogg is not registering at all, and Yogg will cut him off and just press a gold coin like onto the table, like, and just give Yogg meat, please. Yogg will take as much meat as this will give, please.
Okay. He's got a little bit of a stunned look, but again, he's at this on his feet. Did my mic cut out? Okay, my cord's getting really weird. To kind of make sure he can lock in the sale, but also make sure it's not too obvious how much is being moved here. And he says, "Absolutely, you wait right there, and I'll make sure you have your fill. Just we got a couple minutes here before this is quite ready. Or do you? How do you like your cuts? How do you like your meats, sir? How do you like it cooked?"
Yogg likes the meat cooked tasty.
I like it. That's a great response. He kind of looks over at the larger man. "Harmon, make sure this Dragonborn gets his fill here. Get him one of everything, please." He kind of smiles at you. "We'll be right with that here in a moment." You see the larger man quickly he's continuing to spin it, but gives it a little bit more time. It takes about a minute of this being cut, and you see him pull out from behind his back, like on some kind of a waistband, a couple serving knives, some plates. He's able to carve this up pretty quickly. It's a very fast process, given it's just kind of sliding off the bone at this point. So you see the other people in front of you kind of give you a dirty look as you're served first. You get a heaping portion, Yogg, of about 5 different sized cuts. Like, this is about probably 1.5 pounds of meat of different like steak cuts and whatnot. Yeah. And it's significant. It looks and smells delicious. There's herbs you can see that are kind of rubbed on it. It's phenomenal. Dalen and Codex, I imagine by now, since Yogg got up there so fast, you've caught up. Did you want to partake in any of this as well, or are you just enjoying the spectacle? You get there really just in time to see Yogg getting this massive plate.
Yogg, did you order a whole cow?
Yeah.
A little bit, yeah. And there's actually I have to say you don't get any like silverware or anything with this. Obviously this isn't a place that's going to be giving out napkins and plasticware at this. This is and you see other patrons are just going to town just barehanded.
Yogg is more than okay with that.
Yeah.
Yogg does. I want to try and have Yogg like take like 2 seconds before digging into it to kind of like try and identify which herbs this person like put on the stake.
Okay, make a nature check.
17.
Oh damn. Okay. Yeah. So the quick, because this is tough for Yogg to pause in this moment, but it's a short, brief time that you're able to do this. But based on the look and feel, or the look rather, as well as the smell, you're actually a cultured palate, such as Yogg, along with the nature awareness here. It's a significant amount of rosemary. There's a little bit of parsley and cilantro rubbed in as well, and of course, things like salt and pepper. Those obviously aren't the herb aspects, but so which nothing terribly outrageous, but it's definitely a healthy amount of that, which is maybe a little bit more from the aroma aspect. That's what draws the crowd in, right? Rather than the flavor itself. But there's a decent portion for the price that you should have paid for it. It's a pretty hefty amount.
Oops. Yogg takes that second to kind of like, okay, cool. This is this and that, to like kind of mentally compartmentalize that, and then just like tears, like as much as the people around are also using their hands, like this, Yogg is not being like, Yogg is being pretty savage.
Oh yeah.
With like Cookie Monster with cookies, Yogg is being with this meat.
So you're a bit of a step above, of course, what everyone else is doing. But yeah, I mean, these are people that are quite hungry, probably fairly intoxicated. So yeah, there's no sense of manners or etiquette in here. You do, Artemis, Dalen, you see this older woman kind of passes by, and you're not really sure why, but kind of gives Yogg a bit of a scowl as she kind of walks by and continues further past the stalls. But that seems to be the only person that seems to be in any way put off by this display that Yogg puts on here.
As Codex and I are standing there, Yogg totally oblivious to us. He's gonna
to everything.
I'm gonna lean over to Codex. Like, do you think he even tastes it?
At this point, I think he just shows the whole thing without chewing.
Swallowed whole.
Yeah. So go ahead.
Do you think there's even any meat left in that stall? Do you want something?
Actually, I don't think we've eaten for a while. I'm actually quite hungry.
I could do with a steak and the beer, or 3.
Wait, hasn't it been like 2 hours or so?
Yeah, you guys had like the axe beak steaks at the pub, so you've had some food.
Oh,
Whether or not that filled you up, yes, but you've had a dinner. I don't think it was a terribly expansive dinner. I think it
was
just
pretty much just a steak. Yeah, it was a decent sized steak.
Ordered anything else from the bar or the pub, so. But
Alcohol's a carb, right?
Yeah.
That's true.
It's a carb.
It's not
And
eating it, right?
A lot of travel today. I would say you definitely would have at least an appetite. Not Yogg level, but you would have a appetite.
I don't think it's possible to get to Yogg level.
Yeah, not when you're. No, it's not.
I'm convinced Yogg's stomach is a bag of holding.
Well, I don't even know. Is it actually a hunger, or is it just more the curiosity and the? Well, that's a question for Yogg. So,
Is it the flavor?
It depends.
Yeah.
It really depends for Yogg. Sometimes it's actual hunger, but most of the time it is just like a need to consume. The way I've been like taking it from a character standpoint is it's basically like these are the ancient natural dragon instincts, but instead of hoarding gold, Yogg wants to to eat food and just
I like it.
consistently consume it. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, so Dalen and Codex, are you guys making a purchase at the same the food stall?
Oh yeah. Well, I guess Dalen will get in line because I guess the other two people are still.
Oh yeah, there's a line.
No, I
waiting.
would say those two people in the time you've watched Yogg, they were served. Oh, okay. Sorry, my mic keeps cutting in and out, or at least it looks
You're
like. They were served immediately after Yogg was. It was just they got the same. The meat was ready. Yogg just got the first portion, but then the second and fourth, he got the first, second, third, and fourth portions, and then the fifth and sixth portions were given to those two people behind him. So at this point, there wouldn't be a line because the meat's essentially been cooked. So anybody that has come up gets served very quickly.
Going straight to that line, or
Okay.
not line.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, there were the 3 cuts that were advertised. He gives you the same spiel. I think I've already kind of obliviated the prices from my mind, but essentially ranged from 12 copper to I think 25, or it was 8 copper for the simple cut. You could get 2 of those for 15 copper. There was a better cut for 18, and I think like the premium for 25 copper, I believe. And this guy's just like a busker at this point, so honestly, if the prices change, that's just part of the flow that's happening here. So.
I mean, that sounds right to me.
I mean,
Yeah,
they
seems-
probably made like
They're good for
multiple hours worth of money from Yogg.
Yeah. You you basically tip them like $80.
And
Because I was thinking about this when I was listening through. Obviously it varies between games, but I think the easiest way I'm going to start considering prices, and you guys can use this as a rule of thumb at least, is like 1 copper is $1, 1 silver is 10, and a gold is 100, roughly. Obviously, that may not be exactly what it should be, but that's at least a rule of thumb way of looking at things when you're going through this stuff.
I mean, that's about right because it's 10 to 10 to 10, right?
Right. So it may not be perfect, and it might be adjusted here. And if you pay 2 silver for like a really high end beer or something, don't think necessarily it's $20. But that's just a really.
I mean, that
way.
is about right though, isn't it?
Yeah, to a degree, especially if it's a more up or high class establishment. Yeah.
Or a capital ale house.
Yeah. but then yeah, you were paying for a street meat thing for $8. That's fair. So.
That's about.
It's just the way.
Right.
It's just the easiest way that I'm gonna kind of use to justify things in my head for when I pull out random numbers out of my head. So that might help you guys. But yes. So, which from and Yogg, this did taste pretty delicious. By the way, it's maybe a little overcooked for your palate, but the variety in the different cuts and a little bit of time between eating them. The seasoning, the flavor, the juices, it was pretty good. For a late night thing that was served pretty much instantly, that was pretty damn good.
If Yogg were a little bit more drunk, Yogg would probably, rank this pretty high. But
Sure, yeah.
it's not.
It's not the best, but for the quality of service or the expedition of how quickly it was given,
Oh yeah.
would recommend. Yeah,
Well, yeah.
yep.
I mean,
Right, yeah.
chowing down, but
Yeah. So you marked off your gold, and then yeah. So Dalen, how much are you looking to grab here off the stall?
Actually, hearing the 2-for-1. Ooh, look
Sure.
at that codex. There's a 2-for-1. Do you want to go halfsies?
perfect. Let's go passes.
Hold on, say that again. Fred got a little loud on me.
Oh, I just said perfect. Let's go halvesies.
Okay. So naturally, that's 15 copper. So you're gonna have to figure out how to divide that between the two of you. But you're quickly cut 2 smaller steaks, probably like a 6-ounce steak. It's got a good amount of flavor. It appears it's very aromatic. It looks good. Again, for the situation you're in, not bad. So
Dale will put down 8 copper.
okay, so Codex, you can mark down 7 copper off of yours if Dalen's taking the majority.
Let's say I just have gold in my bag here.
Wait, you do only have gold?
I only have written down as 60.
Oh damn. Okay.
Oh, you're fine. If that's the case, I've got a couple. I've got a couple silver pieces. I got it covered.
Okay. So
yeah, I
were-
would have gold.
Okay. I mean, you can
not too rich to buy this stuff.
I'm
Right,
too
so again,
rich
this
for
is-
this.
Yeah, if you handed this guy another gold piece, he'd be freaking out. And again, that would be like handing $100 bill to your McDonald's worker or something. So, so Dalen pays for it. You receive the change back. So mark off 15 copper, or 1 silver and 5 copper.
I wish a McDonald's had meat off the bone. Are you kidding me?
Right?
I
Yeah.
eat at that McDonald's every fucking day.
Right? Yeah, slow cooked right in front of you. Hell yeah. Okay, so yeah, you get your meat. You're able to. You take a little while longer than Yogg did, even though you're eating about a fourth of the portion, but it's quite good. It's quite good.
Dale's
ahead.
gonna ask. Oh, go ahead.
No, I just said taste.
Dale is gonna ask the guy, "Do you have drink here as well?"
Oh yeah, we can pour a bit of we've got a bit of a wine, and we have I think we've got some a lighter ale if you care, if you prefer. Each will run you 9 copper for a drink.
You know what? I'll have a cup of both. Codex, you want one or 3?
I'll have a cup of wine.
Okay.
All right, 2 wines and a beer on me.
All right.
What was the price again, so I can mark it off?
9 copper, so 27 total. Yep. So all right. So you receive these. It just occurred to me this would need to be like a disposable cup, and I don't know how that would be fashioned in a D&D environment.
It's probably like a hemp type of cup. Right?
Yeah,
or
It's kinda
maybe-
like that
real-
kind of material.
Would
Yeah.
you want to drink out of a hemp cup?
Yeah. See, I feel like it would be like a.
What if it like a really really simple wooden cup? Those
Yeah,
are
but
pretty easy.
even
Those
that
are pretty
would
easy to
be
make.
kind of expensive? I feel like.
Oh, it's-
Oh, like the
Maybe-
shittiest wood cup possible.
Red Solo
Right,
cups.
it's a small portion. Yeah.
What
like-
fruit did it know?
It kind of
It's
like
like pine.
perspires on the outside real quick. It's like a balsa wood cup. Yeah, fuck it, we'll go with this. Other areas, this is the problem with street vendors, is the utensils and such.
Well, they probably have
I'm
a thing of,
totally
like,
I'm totally
have it,
adding.
give it back.
Oh, sorry.
No,
I'm
you're
totally
fine.
adding all of this to my notes that apparently they have in Caldaria there is rosemary, parsley, cilantro, and disposable cups. And
Of course, right.
you imply that there was disposable cutlery too.
No, I said they didn't have cutlery.
Oh, but you
I said they
implied.
didn't. How did I? No, I said
Well-
that places like this wouldn't have it. Like,
Yeah, but that
meaning
implies that there
in
are other
general.
places that might.
Not necessarily. I'm just saying that from a description perspective.
Okay.
Like, you didn't get cutlery. I wouldn't say they're certainly not plastic. There could be places that would include a really rudimentary fork and knife, but that's going to be an upcharge because the idea is
You're
either
paying for
keeping
the
those-
materials, yeah.
Yeah, or
Okay.
you return it to the vendor and you get a portion of your money back or something. But this place, this little vendor, isn't going to have something like that.
Cool. Nice world. Thank you for the world building.
Of course, yeah, this is great. This is totally planned.
Yep.
So yes, so 27 copper. The wine, the ale, it's not the greatest. It's okay. It's alcohol. It's certainly, this is a food vendor first, and the drinks are just there to earn a bit more coin. So if you're not picky, it's not bad. But it's not. Oh, there it is. But it's not great. But you drink it all the same. Okay.
You know, I need to hold on. I need to make a really quick roll here.
Okay.
The ale's not bad, he says to the market guy.
Oh, well, that's very nice of you. If you don't mind saying that a bit louder as you walk down, that would be very appreciated.
Tell you what, give me another one half off, and I'll go tell everybody.
Fine, 5 copper for another one, for another ale. Gladly, if you give me your cup.
You know what?
No.
He'll give him 6 copper. Why not?
Well, okay. He hands it to you. It's a little bit more full this time. It's like it's close to the brim, and he hands it back to you and just gives you a bit of a wink, as then he starts working with other customers that have popped up.
Like no head or anything, just straight beer on this one. Like the
Yeah,
best
basically.
pour.
They have much more attention to detail on this one. Like this is very much somebody that knows the idea of kind of showmanship of the sale. So it even tastes a little bit better this time, just a little bit. You don't know why, but it does.
Huh. Maybe they have a hidden ring somewhere.
All right. So yes, I would say for the purpose of expedition, you guys are able to make your way through the various remaining stalls and stuff, and some start closing down as you're walking through as you spend more and more time.
Dalen is going to be drinking this beer and just kind of mentioning it to anybody passing by, like in its close vicinity, like, oh man, if you have this stuff, it's great. You should go down there and get some.
You get a lot of kind of weird looks. There's a couple people, especially a couple younger guys, that are walking that definitely they're already seem pretty intoxicated, and they seem to be won over. Actually, make a persuasion check. That's what we need to do. We need to make Dalen make a persuasion check.
Okay, a persuasion, you say?
Yes, please.
Okay.
I like the dramatic music for this.
Right.
for Dalen walking around selling beer.
So
The ultimate food critic check.
So we see these two strapping young lads, you know, kind of a little wasted walking on the street.
Mm-hmm.
Hey lads, you look like you could use another drink, yeah? We've got some really good stuff just down the street, eh? And that is a 14.
Wow. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So these are two guys. They're pretty disheveled. They look like they're not the most wealthy individuals or anything, but they're seeming like they had a pretty good time tonight with wherever they found it. They got a little bit of a stumble to their step. It takes them a second for them to really key in on what you're saying. The one is gonna have almost like a darker red hair, not much facial hair, just kind of a real thin, kind of like a thin mustache that looks like he's really trying to grow it out, but it just doesn't look great. He kind of looks, oh, really? Where's that? Where'd you get that? Where'd you get that?
It's just up the road there at the end of the. It's like it is like the very like one of the first stalls we came across, right? Like at the edge of the market, kind of.
Yeah. So at this point, it's gonna be on the opposite edge. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So just keep going till you reach right towards the end. Should be on the right, I believe. They've got these great cups and they've got all sorts of meats and oh man, lad, you can't miss it. You gotta have some. It's great.
Okay.
Tell him old Dalen sent you.
Dalen? Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Let's go. Come on. And they kind of speed walk a little bit and stumble. They seem very intrigued. They seem like maybe they weren't the hardest people to convince at their current state, but Dalen feels pretty good about what he just did.
Dalen would never have picked up on that fact that it was easy to convince them. He just thinks he did a good job.
Right.
Is this the true beginning of inns, taverns, and stalls?
It appears like it might be.
Yeah,
Oh my
I'm here
gosh.
for it.
Dalen is Guy Fieri, confirmed.
How much do you want me to mark off of Yogg's character sheet? Because Yogg is 100% going around and getting a plate from just about every stand he can get to.
Okay. Make just make a general charisma check.
I believe that's a 13.
Okay. So as you go through, I mean, by the end of it, you've probably hit you're hitting every stall, right? You're not letting any place go unturned if it has food.
No,
right?
yeah, no. If it has food, I'm gonna try it.
Okay. I would say as you're going through, this is kind of a sprawling market, but you guys are just kind of winding in and out. You're not really none of you, I would say, are really keeping a great eye on where you are. You're not getting lost, but you are just kind of weaving in and out, right? So you're kind of going in circles to a degree. You're not hitting, you recognize where you are. I'm not saying you're lost. I'm just saying that word kind of spreads a bit of this very large dragonborn that is just being, a presence, not in a bad in any way. In fact, you're being quite polite as you go to these wonderful merchants of food. And people start kind of laughing, kind of, you start to get to know some people a little bit. People are chatting with you. I would say you start getting cheaper rates with the people that just want you to try what they have, and you kind of give an honest, maybe Yog, do you give reviews? Do you just say
if
everything
they ask
is
for it,
great?
yeah. I mean, if
Would
people
say-
are asking for the reviews, yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I would say the last few vendors, they kind of they're joyous, they're having a great time. People are kind of following you around to see all this food that you're eating. I would say all in all, people aren't going to let you give them a gold for the prices. So I would say all in all, you probably spend, let's just call it 6 silver. Because you start making sure, people, since there's like a reputation going on here, people are going to know if other vendors are like not conning you out of your money or anything, but I would say you're not throwing down gold for a 1 silver item. So but you get more than your money's worth. There's one vendor, it was just like it was kind of just raw vegetables, and they're kind of grilled, but it was kind of, he was like closing as you came up. It was one of the first ones you hit after the steak, and that would probably be one that wasn't very good. He just wants you to kind of get out of there, because he basically had closed his tent and you kind of picked it back up to get food. But yeah, you get your fills of meats. There's some pies, some fruit and meat pies,
hell yeah.
which are quite good.
Hell yeah.
Not much, do you do much in the way of the meads and the drinks, or you just focus on food?
That is a great question. I don't know. Let me roll. Let me see if Yog even cares about drink right now.
Okay.
Yog gets thirsty. Like, Yog definitely has to wash down some of it, especially those, those vegetables.
Yeah, that was probably the first one you got.
Yeah, it was the first one where like Yog had it. It was like, I've had worse vegetables, but I need to wash this down with something. So yeah,
Okay.
there's a few.
I'd say another silver then. Okay. And by the end of it, you are incredibly full. You are not intoxicated, but you're a little buzzed. You're just like a food coma happy place right now.
Hell yeah.
There's grease all over your face, all over your hands. You're a little bit of a mess.
Yog does not bother cleaning up either. Yog this is Yog's natural state, man.
There's I would say Codex, you probably see there's like a small mushroom in Yog's hair right now that he somehow got up there and hasn't noticed.
Oh wow.
Does Yog have hair?
I believe
Yog
so.
does. Yog does have hair.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Not uncommon. It's not the most common for Dragonborn. I think a lot tend to have their hair either shaved or short, but
I wasn't sure. It was just hard for me to tell by
shorter.
the icon.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's shorter.
Okay. So yeah, there's some hair there, and that kind of is what makes the mushroom being in there the more impressive. But yeah, and I would say Codex and Dalen, we'll say the prices are fairly negligible for whatever you decide to imbibe on and drink as well. But by the end of your extravaganza, we'll say it's pushing midnight, and all the shops, all the stalls are pretty much closed down at this point. There's a few more guards that are kind of walking through and just making sure people are staying civil, and one of them is even kind of keeping an eye on you, Yog, but more with like a grin on his face, like he seemed to be one of the guards or one of the people that was enjoying the spectacle of this. It basically was a free episode of Man vs. Food, So
Yog versus food.
Yeah. But yeah, I would say by the end of that, you've had your fill. You eventually do find, or you hear through kind of the word of mouth, this general area. It's called the All World Market, and there's a number of tents that weren't open this time. It seems like in the daytime there's going to be a lot more hustle and bustle here. Okay. So at the end of that, you find your way basically to the other end of the market. It's all closed. You do approach the walled off area of the temple district here. Do you guys want to continue exploring or head back to the tavern area that you were at, or the pub where you have your room?
What time was it?
Now it's about midnight, so it's late. So you guys are getting pretty tired.
I'm going to go ahead and say Dalen had at least 4 more beers.
Okay.
Just give me a price for that, and I'll knock that off.
Again, you're getting a little bit, and eventually it's found out that you're with Yog. I would say
Oh, Dalen has been telling, like, as the crowd is watching a gathering, he's telling everybody, man, I know that guy, and telling all kinds of stupid stories and just being drunk, belligerent. Yeah.
He can totally turn into a bear, dude.
I've seen it once.
Does you get the ear of actually it'd be another dwarf. It'd be a female dwarf. Is one that really specifically hears this. Long blonde hair, kind of a bit of a thin blonde scruff, as dwarven women ought to do or ought to have. And she's maybe not really tipsy by any means. You can definitely tell she's had her cups tonight, but the dwarven constitution isn't making it too much of an issue for her. She says, "Does he always eat this much? Is he always quite this raucous? This is amazing."
I've never seen him eat actually this much before, but usually it's quite a lot. It's a bit impressive. One time,
I agree.
One time he turned into a bear and ate 4 kobolds whole.
Yes. He ate them whole.
See, it was real nice. Well, I took a few bites first.
Wait, you took a few bites?
Oh no, well, that's a different story.
Is it now? That's intriguing. Okay. Well, that is amazing. What is his name? Yog? I think he said it about 20 times. I probably should know by now.
Oh yeah, that's Yog. Yog. Yog is Yog.
So I believe I've heard him say that as well. Yeah, it's phenomenal.
I don't know where it goes.
I don't either. I hope it doesn't go out anywhere here in the market. He gets in quite a bit of trouble. Alright, so you guys... So you eventually find your way out. So, very full. A lot of hands shook and people met. A lot of... You were the best friends of a lot of drunk people tonight. So, are you heading back to the tavern now? The pub? The Laughing Stallion?
Do you guys remember where the tavern is? Because I think it's that way. Dylan points in a arbitrary direction.
Do we need to roll to see if any of us remember?
Yeah, I would say one of you who wants to. I would say the person that's gonna lead you guys make a survival check with advantage because you have help from the total 3 of you.
Well, it's clearly not going to be Dalen.
He relatively knows
wisdom, right?
He relatively knows how to get to the temple, more sort of from the
It's a pretty straight
tavern,
line.
But going back is a different story, and also he did not pay attention. We were walking to the river. He's just like, well, let's go.
Yog can roll it, I guess, if nobody else wants to.
Yeah, so roll with advantage.
With advantage? Okay.
Yep, survival check with advantage.
18.
Oh, okay. 18's not too bad. Yeah, I would say the combination of the 3 of you, Yog, kind of retracing your steps, like, okay, here, or not, why am I doing the dwarf accent? Here was where the lamb was, then from there it was that stinky vegetable place.
Oh yeah, it's
make your way back pretty well.
Definitely marked off by like what he's eaten, for sure.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you're able to pretty efficiently return back to Laughing Stallion. There's still a little bit of there's a couple tables that are occupied, but you can tell it's winding down. I believe, oh man, I do not remember how many rooms you guys actually had.
It was 2, because each
yeah,
room has 2 twin beds.
Okay.
Yeah.
I remember that specifically because we had a whole conversation about it.
Okay, awesome. All right, so you guys find your way. Is there anything else to do in the pub? I would say Marissa is no longer behind the bar. So there's one familiar face of one of the waiters that was going back and forth. But overall, I would just say eventually, unless there's something you specifically want to do, you all find your way to bed. One of you with a room to yourselves, and then 2 together, bunkmates.
Yeah, how do we want a room?
Yeah, I was actually very curious about that.
Considering everything that Yog has consumed,
if this was gonna come up.
He'll take the lone room.
Yeah.
Oh no, are you gonna make me room with Yog?
It's up to you guys.
Yog doesn't care. Yogg is used to sleeping outside, so Yogg really doesn't care if he sleeps by himself or not.
Maybe that's something Codex and I discuss as Yogg's like walking up the stairs. Like,
Yeah.
maybe he should have his own room.
Yeah, Yogg just picks a room,
Yeah.
and you guys are just like silent. Yeah.
Yeah, the amount of time you guys were walking with him, you've already heard. Your senses have been made aware of what Yogg's going to be like overnight. So it's not awful, but it's something.
It's just the
He had a
beginning.
lot of different protein
Oh.
and drinks.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess we'll split up for the night.
Yeah, that sounds.
They'll probably just like be chatting to Codex as they get ready, and then just as soon as he lays down, probably just pass out.
Yeah, it has been a long day for all of you. Like even without the food tour that you guys did, because this is still the first day in the city, so you had a number of hours of walking and whatnot to get here. So you find yourself to a very quick, unless there's anything you wanted to do, a very quick, I don't want to say this. You fall asleep quickly. I don't know why I was trying to phrase it that way. And you have a very restful evening. And you eventually find yourself awake, as does Val, in your various areas. No issues throughout the night. Yogg, you feel great. You're hungry in the morning for sure. But I'm gonna say let's take a quick break because I need to use the restroom very badly, and then we'll come back to it.
Exclamation point Piss
Good.
plus.
Yep.
Piss plus.
Piss plus.
So do you want to say 5 minutes and go resume at 37?
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah,
Works
that
for
sounds
me.
good.
Okay, we'll probably resume with Val's as well. So we'll start with
Oh, great.
that and then
Okay.
go from there. We may not. I have so I have a pickup game of soccer at 7:30. So I need to end, and that's Eastern, obviously. So I need to end in about an hour.
Okay,
Um,
can we...
give or take. So
Are we gonna speedrun the oath?
we won't speedrun anything, but we're. I want to. Yeah, we're not. Okay, we won't do
Any
8 hours
percent.
of oath. Yeah.
Yeah.
It better be at least a half-hour ceremony.
Oh,
Okay, full
God.
praise.
Oh,
Then you-
Yeah. Yep.
It will take a minute. There's.
I'm
some
gonna
things
be
I wanna
honest,
upbeat
I don't
and stuff.
even... I'm gonna be very honest, I don't even remember the tenets I wrote yet. I had to pull that up again.
Oh yeah, actually, I don't. I think I pulled those up. I think I had them.
Wow, you didn't memorize your character's tenets?
I know, I
yeah.
wrote them myself, and I still...
Mm,
Yeah.
mm.
Oh yeah,
Imagine.
in the sheet, because I pulled up the sheet that I was going to look at and use, because I have other things, but the tenants I was going to include. So, yeah, you should definitely look those up and memorize them and recite them to Bryson, for sure. No, it's
Wow.
All right. Well, I will be right back.
fine. Okay, yep. So yeah, let's go to 38 now.
Same.
So we got 5 minutes. So
Okay.
Okay.
BRB.
Oh, you know what? Actually, while I'm alone, to whoever, we're not streaming this, so for any, oh god, I can't even call this a VOD because we're not streaming it. For any YouTube watchers right now, if you haven't already, go and follow all of my wonderful comrades here. We have, actually, you know what? I can link their channel, their Twitch channel links. God, I don't remember words in the description. Yeah, go follow Artemis, Codex Tech, Sisquatch, and especially follow the Time Goblin, our wonderful DM. Amazing guy, really fun, really cool. Actually, his birthday's coming up, and he's doing a fun birthday stream on the 28th. If oh god, this is gonna date the video, but you know what, it's fine. Hopefully I can get this uploaded soon, so this makes sense. But yeah, be sure to go give everyone a follow, of course, it's what they deserve, and more. Honestly, go sub to them too if you can. They all definitely deserve it, and that, I know that sounds sarcastic, but I genuinely mean it.
I have returned.
Welcome back.
Thank you very much.
Is this the new Steve-O voice?
No.
Steve-O smokes a single cigarette.
Yes. One cigarette. That's how
One.
Steve sounds now.
You know what? Maybe I need to add that to the list for the tavern for Eric's Vale. They have cigars.
Secondhand smoke, just immediately like.
Oh my god, you know what? I'm rewriting my NPC notes right now.
No.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't know what to do. How's it going? I feel like I haven't talked to you in like forever.
Yeah, that's because I'm like non-existent
Yeah,
socially.
I know. That's okay. I hope everything's been going all right.
It's been going, yeah, it's been going okay. Just been working. Like, I don't know. I need to like work on my work-life balance because it's just been a lot of like work and then I go home and sleep.
Yeah.
And then I wake up and then go back to work.
What
What
intense music for you
Yeah,
explaining your
I-
work schedule.
And I go home and sleep.
Like battle bagpipes. Oh my god. It almost kind of sounds like a kazoo, not gonna lie.
Yeah, it kind of like if somebody like had
definitely-
a kazoo and wanted to make it sound like a bagpipe.
Yeah, it definitely sounds like an electronic bagpipe.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. Anyway.
But how are you? How's life? I've been kind of sad actually because I keep seeing you go live to stream and stuff like that. I'm like, they're finally getting to stream and I can't show up.
Is it while you're at work?
Like almost always.
Oh,
You and
man.
TG both are almost always live while I'm at work.
I'm
And
sorry, I gotta go around my work schedule too.
No, you're
Yeah.
like more than I work weird hours, so it's more than understandable.
You know, I've actually finally been shifting to the nightlife because pretty much most of my shifts now are night shifts. So I get off at like, what? Well, I mean, they're night shifts, but they're not really night shifts. I've been getting off at like 10 Eastern, sometimes later if the day sucks. But
So a little bit after I get to work.
yeah, yeah. So I don't work night hours, but I'm kind of back in the nightlife because it's been very, very difficult to wake up before noon now, which sucks because sometimes I go into work at noon. So
That is the one thing I do appreciate as much as like the hours are weird as shit is that like my work schedule's consistent. I don't have that like, there's a lot of jobs that are there where it is like that where it's like, all right, so tomorrow you're gonna work 3 to 9.
Yep.
But the day after you're gonna work 10 to 3, and it's like I don't.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of lucky. I work part-time, so I'm doing like between 15 and 20 hours a week, so it's not bad, but it's also summer, and I think I mentioned I'm working pretty much every single Saturday of July, because I'm pretty much the only person not going on vacation and doing things, so they need someone to cover the shift. It's awesome.
That'll teach you not to go on vacation and do things. Jeez.
Well, it's hot as hell anyway. I mean, I want to go hiking so badly, but
Yeah, I skipped my walk
gross.
today because it was just so hot.
Yeah. Also, welcome back, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm back as well.
Welcome
Indeed.
back. Oh,
Wait, were y'all
Wait.
back and just like sitting there listening?
listening to
last
me
thing
rant
I
about
heard
work,
was-
about how much I
work
hate it.
stuff.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pulling up the I was searching for
Oh,
the
I
tenants,
completely
so-
forgot to do that.
got
Wow.
'em.
Oh, I wanted to look at it
Wow.
too. I don't remember what I wrote.
Your tenants.
I
Your
know.
tenants.
I know. I'm a heretic. It's fine.
Can
Well,
I
not
add
yet.
that
You
to
haven't
your-
sworn in yet, so.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I guess technically no. I just immediately become an oathbreaker. Oh God.
Well, that was a pretty good first day.
You guys
almost
didn't get
got
arrested,
turned away
so
we almost got turned away from the city. We found some places we'll go tomorrow. We accrued a whatever the equivalent is of social media following at a food market.
We're slowly becoming famous.
Inns, taverns, and stalls.
Inns, taverns, and
You
stalls.
found the stalls, yeah.
Yup. And we have the
off one of
tavern
them.
part, and I guess
That's
inn
true,
technically.
yeah.
We've done all three. I'm very happy you guys didn't get arrested over the night. That's good. Though I guess there's still about an hour or so, isn't there?
Yeah, something like that. So it might be mostly Val. It's probably going to be well, yeah, it might be mostly Val stuff because then the
I asked
other
you guys
three
to
of
meet me
have
at the
the whole
temple.
day.
Yeah.
But they have the whole day while you're still going to be
Yup.
occupied. So it might be what I'm thinking we'll probably do is we'll do the Val oath, and that'll probably take a decent amount, and then we'll end the session there and we can chat and do some of the post chat, and then the next session we'll start with the trio having the town during the day to themselves.
Oh,
And
jeez.
this would also be where it's really useful if you guys have specific things in mind. I know we talked about it a little bit last session. If you have specific things in mind, let me know just so I can make sure I have, especially like purchasing things, because that way I can make sure I have costs kind of figured out. Because like food costs is easy to kind of fluff and just say whatever. When it becomes to like an actual useful item, there has to be some level of prep for it, since I don't know the costs offhand.
Can I give everyone assignments? Can I
Not
tell
yet,
people
nope.
what to buy for me?
Nope. You did say some things that you had ideas. I mean, you'll be in
Yeah,
there for a while.
I have a
so.
list.
I know you do.
Yeah.
And I know some of those things on the list, so. And I think some of them, there were some similarities between what others wanted. So,
Yeah. I have a whole
Yeah, I've got
list
a
of
couple
what to
things
do.
I'm looking for.
Oh my god! I also totally forgot about the letters.
I didn't.
Oh. That's
Oh.
not
But I don't think.
threatening. Oh. Okay.
No, I know that was in your list. So, well, let's go over the list right now, actually. So,
Oh.
obviously, whenever you guys have, so Val, you wanted the temple, which we're checking that box. You wanted maps.
Mm-hmm.
You wanted just general kind of letter, like stationery, right?
Yup.
You talked about a blacksmith potentially.
Yep.
Is that for just general items, or was there something in particular you were looking for?
I wanted to look at short swords.
Okay, so just standard
Preferably
weaponry and
like
armor.
silvered things.
Okay. Okay. That's my dog's freak out. Okay, what else? Map, stationery, blacksmith. Postal
That
stuff.
the pawn shop. Odds in the end of the line.
That one's gonna be real interesting.
Oh, I can't fucking
okay.
wait. I'm expecting.
I'm-
Oh my god, I can't wait. You're gonna have like a Victor type NPC, I'm sure.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I gotta practice the voice for that. It's not gonna be Victor,
Good
but
luck.
it's gonna be it's gonna be a really offensive accent probably to people that are from the area that I'm gonna try and emulate.
Oh no. Oh god. I'm sorry, everyone in advance.
Yeah. It's
But I wanted to talk to Marissa one more time.
of course.
So-
Yeah, I mean, I
Hey!
imagine that's gonna be your home base. So.
Oh my god. Well, we have rooms there, so.
Mhm.
We have 6 days left.
More like
Yeah.
third base, am I right?
Look, oh my god. It's been 2 months, okay? Hey.
All right. Anything else on your to-do list that you can think of right now? 'Cause
Actually,
obviously, this isn't limiting it. I just want to make sure I have.
It feels like you basically read off the list I have, and I feel very exposed for that.
I mean, I have a memory. I and sometimes, and
Is
I
it-
just don't have prep stuff done. So,
Is this just Val's list, or is this for everybody?
well, I'm going to get to everybody else. So what's
Oh.
up? And so Dalen, I think you mentioned stationery as well, and postal services. I think.
Yes.
So that's fine. What
Yes.
else?
He wants to, of course, go to odds and end of the line because everybody wants to go there. He wants to go to the Singing Anvil.
Okay.
Since that's the only place he'd recognize, and he wants to see about new armor.
Okay.
Oh, can you add them to
Um,
my list too?
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, I included blacksmith. I
Okay.
assume that would be your first thought when it comes to blacksmith. It's also right next to your inn, so.
Okay.
So yeah,
the,
that's fine.
No, the odds and end of the line is next to the inn. Blacksmith
Yes.
is down by the gate.
Yep.
Well, it's like okay, right. It's like
It's
a block
like 2
or two.
blocks, yeah.
Relative to the size of the city, it's right
yeah.
next to it. That's what I'm
Actually.
Oh my god.
Now,
Wow.
now, after getting armor, Dalen's got to break it in at the pub right next to it, Durandil's finest.
Oh my god, the Denny's
Which
of
I'm sure-
Durandil.
I was about to say, I'm sure it's.
I have that specifically written down that
I
it is the
forgot
Denny's of
about that one.
Durandil.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
Well, isn't
The
there also
first
the
pub you
tasty
see when
plate?
you walk through the door. What
Yeah,
was
I
that?
remember
What
the
was that?
tasty
The
plate.
tasty plate's
Yeah.
a block up, which is, according to my map, right across the street from the old couple's house. Who
Mhm.
I would like to see if the meat is still there,
Oh no.
or if they like threw it away or something, or
Okay.
maybe they'll be in their porch. Maybe
Oh,
Maybe we can-
Yogg already considers them friends.
Oh
They
no.
don't realize it yet. But they are Yogg's friends now.
Okay. Anything else?
that's it for Dalen.
Okay, and then gonna work. Where's my mic? There it is. All right, Yogg and Codex. Anything? I forget what you all mentioned.
I don't think I mentioned anything.
Okay. Yogg, did you have anything else?
I don't know if I actually mentioned anything. I mean, obviously Yogg is always going to be. Yogg will probably start mapping out various food places, to identify which ones are the best. Obviously.
Yep. Yeah, you'll get into
Um,
more high-scale establishments now
and-
that are
and-
open during the day.
As well, Yogg is likely going to start like identifying places that will buy excess meat.
Okay.
Any that survives trips back to town.
Okay.
And then in a weirdly conscientious, I guess, move, Yogg does want to look into like see if there's like a ranger service or like a forestry like type thing in the city that kind
Yeah,
of deals with
that's
the
right.
stuff around there, and see what sort of like issues the populace of the town are having with like the nearby natural like forests and all that stuff.
Got it. Okay.
The only one quest oriented.
Well, that's
Basically.
literally what like that's the whole reason Yogg left the forest in the first place. Was like backstory wise, that's Yogg's goal is to try and better connect civilization and nature into a more common goal. That's Yogg's chaotic good. I know Yogg eats food and he's funny, but Yogg does have a goal.
I
Yo,
love that so much.
we
It's like
have-
Captain Planet.
you know, being quest oriented, we have no idea what the oath is going to be yet. I have no idea what it's going to be. So,
Yep.
yeah.
Yep. It's something. I think you'll like it.
Oh
It's
god, I
simple.
hate you so much.
I'm not gonna read something off for 20 minutes, so it's more like a wedding vow style oath, I think. We'll get there. Where it's short and sweet.
Oh,
Woo?
Um,
woo.
I literally was writing something down. Oh, there it is. Okay, it just blended in with all the notes I just made for the shopping list, basically. So, okay. Any other facets of what you guys want from Durandil, or just the next session in general? Like, and sorry, I think I mentioned this last session, not yesterday. Last session 2 months ago. Since you guys are starting to acquire gold, you're not at the point where you can afford a crazy magic item or anything, but you're welcome to look through source books for items of things that your character would want, and we can figure out what the availability would be, because Durandil is the likelihood of having things. And if there's just a general ability that you guys want, let me know, and we can see if there could be an item that could match that.
Hey,
If you don't want to
actually,
troll through everything. So
speaking
Yeah.
of magic items, I forgot a while back when we were doing like initial character shit for my campaign, I found a website that has basically a list of all of the magical items that are in the Dungeon Master's Guide, and I think a couple of the expansion books that have like info for them. I can put it in the group chat later.
that'd be
if
great.
anyone's interested. Yeah.
okay, awesome. Okay,
I think the Wikidot also list. I don't know how
Yeah,
many. Of
I
them.
don't-
I haven't gone through it, but
I don't know, but yeah, the one I found, you can actually like you can sort it. Like there's a lot of different like filters as well,
oh, fancy.
which is really nice. Yeah.
Yogg will also, like, shopping wise, Yogg is probably going to look for cooking supplies.
Okay.
As Yogg is, starting to think maybe there's a little more to eating than just devouring raw meat. Maybe.
Is the
Alright,
end goal of the
maybe.
campaign to open a restaurant?
I mean,
It's seeming more and more
Yes.
likely now.
yes,
Damn.
that is at least one way to connect civilization and nature is
Yeah.
sustainable food at a quality
Alright.
price.
Quality establishment, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say too, like, naturally and understandably so, you put me on the spot with those seasonings and stuff, so I have no idea if what I read off would actually make for a good, like,
You were
meal
actually
Honestly-
pretty,
whatever.
pretty straight on.
That's pretty close.
Yeah.
Except
I knew rosemary would
Except-
be. I was pretty sure.
except cilantro is fucking gross.
Yeah,
I think it
don't
tastes
know-
like soap.
You have the
Cilantro might
soap
be the
gene?
one.
I have the soap gene, and I hate
yeah,
it.
my girlfriend does too, and it tastes like nothing to me.
I don't have a
Fucking
problem with
cilantro.
cilantro. I don't think I've ever put it on steak though.
Yeah,
That's
I don't
the
know if
like
it would-
that's the kind of that's the one that was a little weird. But I mean, like
I think
Okay.
yeah,
like thyme and
rosemary
stuff like
for
that.
sure. Yeah.
That's
Alright.
most French style. When you cook steaks like French style, they'll do like butter and rosemary and
Yeah.
We're,
Maybe
we're
we'll have
also
some-
taste it.
Maybe
and
some
to get the
research to do.
aromatics.
we're also assuming all of this was cow meat.
Oh.
Well,
Ugh.
specifically there was the first place we went to was beef. That was specified.
Or is that what
by-
they told you?
I mean, that's what they told me. Yogg doesn't care. Like,
I mean, you
it
guys
is
are the ones who
all
ate
the
a
same.
you guys are the ones who ate a day-old kobold corpse without question. So
Cooked
Hey,
it first.
hey, it was cooked.
I don't know if that's better.
Would it be worse if it was
You're
okay,
just
raw or
jealous.
cooked? Yeah, you should have had some. Then you would know.
No,
Yeah.
no, mm-mm, I
Val's
don't
just
regret
jealous and didn't get to try kobold.
no.
Busy stealing from a dead man.
Oh my god! There's nothing. Oh my god! I actually don't. I'm not even gonna try and be
So-
defensive.
If Val's a horse girl, what about horse meat?
Oh yeah, she's had horse meat before.
I'm not. Can we go to the vows? Are we gonna do the oath?
Not like that. Not like
I'm-
that. Oh my god.
No, I think that question actually came up before. But
Yeah.
anyways, all right. So let's get back into it because I do want to make
Oh
sure.
my
I don't,
god.
don't
No.
put this-
Oh.
All eyes on Val.
No, don't jump right into RP after this. That's so mean.
All right. So, let me. I do need. It'll give me 1 second because this is not the right music.
I think this is great.
Yeah.
This
it's
is totally the
intense,
atmosphere of
so-
the whole temple district, you know? And the dead man in the infirmary.
What does this sound like? 1 second. Sorry, I didn't think to set this up beforehand.
Wow.
I didn't set anything up beforehand. Let's be real.
SMH.
But like, I didn't set anything up in the last 2 minutes. For music.
You know, you can steal my music links if you want to.
Yeah, I mean, I could.
Yeah, just play the Witcher,
not opposed,
the Witcher
it's-
combat music.
Oh, I see what happened.
That's
yeah,
that's
yeah.
how
is
that,
what you
that
think
that's
would be?
how
You
this
don't-
day is going to
You
feel.
don't have to be non DMCA. I mean, I don't know. If,
Oh, that's
Oh!
true. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
YouTube will
That's
just
right.
put an ad on
Well-
video. It's not a big deal.
it's
Yeah,
fine.
that's true.
oh,
No, yeah, I forgot about the YouTube uploads. Okay, it's fine.
I don't know how the YouTube uploads do. I don't know how
I
those
have-
work.
I haven't gotten
this-
striked,
Strucken?
stroketed.
Strokes?
But
But
then again, I've also
do I
had.
know about that one?
I'm not
I fucking wanna
sure.
talk to Marissa.
I'm actually not sure how. Oh my god. Oh, by the
Now,
divines.
YouTube isn't too bad. The
Well-
worst case scenario is if it like an independent, like a small person sees you use their music and they're just like angry. Most of the time, what'll happen is the Autobot will pick it up, and a person will get flagged, and they're going through hundreds of flags a day, and they're just like, yeah, stick an ad on their video, it'll be fine.
Well,
Yeah.
actually, I've had Fredboat turn like almost all the way down for all of the recordings, because
Yeah, I noticed that too.
mainly for
Yeah.
me, because if I can't understand what you're saying if I have music in the background. So actually, I
Okay.
turned them up a little bit today, but I'm not sure how audible it's going to be. That's going to be a
That's fine.
VOD check.
I don't think it's an issue.
Yeah.
I mean, personally, I don't see the recordings as that. I see the recordings as like a historical way of listening to it. It's fun.
Oh
It's nice
boy.
to hear it back. So
This one's gonna be
for notes and
interesting,
stuff.
huh?
This one will be. I mean, they're all interesting in some way, shape, or form. So, all right. So we got music
God.
going there. Let me change the map slightly because it's daytime now. So, Val. I can actually. There's no really need to reset or to have fog at this point since you've already seen the whole place. And I didn't put the guy in this thing, but I'll get
He's
to that in a
gone.
minute. He did.
No, they cremated him.
Died in the night.
Oh, jeez. Oh.
All right, you don't fit on the bed.
No,
because it
it's
doesn't
fine. You
align
can
with the
just
grid,
flip
so.
it. Honestly,
Yeah.
I don't think she got much sleep anyway.
Okay, too nervous. Okay.
I would probably worry about leaving us alone too.
I think it's a combination of both. Not gonna lie.
So, Valleth, you, through a bit of a restless night, but getting some sleep, but, kind of often woken up with, while you did have quite a bit of, how do I want to say, familiarity here, and there was a significant sense of calm when thoughts of what was going to happen the next day, thoughts of where your not untrustworthy, but reckless party members might be getting up to in the city. You had a bit of trouble sleeping and staying asleep, but you are able to get enough rest.
Yeah, I was gonna say, any nightmares from feeling like home?
Of what?
Any nightmares?
No, I would say it was kind of a dreamless sleep because it wasn't very, there wasn't much prolonged REM sleep. So I would say there wouldn't. Well, no, you don't have nightmares in REM sleep. It's in the cycle war. Anyways, no nightmares. But you awake, somewhat tired, but knowing what's ahead of you, you're able to muster up the energy, as you're quite good at. You emerge from the church, you emerge from your room. Let me put him there.
You can just keep moving my token for me. It's fine.
I can, yeah.
I honestly don't. I have my hands off the keyboard.
Okay. So yeah, as you exit, and take in the scene again, the light from the mosaics against that far wall to your right, against the eastern wall, because this is a map that's not oriented with north facing up, because it just felt weird to me to do it otherwise. You see a new figure, a new person. The little image doesn't match the description I'm going to give, but again, there's a limited number of people that I can pull from here. But up there, moving some incenses across the table, filling up a small censer that is standing there as well. Stands, if I can find my notes, so I make sure I describe
while
this
you're
person
looking
correctly.
for that, I was gonna say a side note. I'm gonna say she's not wearing her armor.
Okay, sure. So just her underclothes.
Yeah. So for reference, if you're not wearing armor, it's 10 plus your dex modifier, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Correct.
Awesome. So 10.
Yeah,
Cool.
Good thing we know that. Good.
Yeah.
Writing that down. So yes, so by the altar you see someone who you can only assume would be Brother Bryson, who was referred to as the leader of this church. He's tall. It's hard to tell, but it seems, just as you see him moving about, he does appear to have a fair amount of muscle to him. Dark brown skin, shaved head with a thick, trimmed black beard, with a fair amount of gray and white mixed in. It's hard to get a gauge on his age at this point, especially from this distance. But certainly, at the very least, early middle age, perhaps older than that, from what you can tell here.
Is he?
As
is
you
he
emerge from the
human?
door, he does.
Oh,
does look up
sorry.
and he meets eyes and kind of nods his head, but continues to perform whatever task he's doing as he's moving this, kind of adjusting some incense into the censer and whatnot.
Is he human?
Yes, he is human.
Okay.
Sorry, I thought I said that. Yes.
No, you didn't.
Okay. Yes. No, this is a human male.
Okay.
He stands. You'd estimate at this point probably he's very tall. He's probably about 6'3"
Oh,
or so.
God.
So this is a large figure. And as you do make eye contact, you do note that he has kind of a dull silvered eyes that take you in, but a kind, quick nod as he continues his business at the altar. What would you like to do?
So if I also recall, I believe I told the party to meet me back at the temple in the morning.
Okay.
I don't
We
know.
can say that you did that.
I don't know if that's
remember
actually
for
going to
sure, but I would
happen.
believe it.
Yeah.
Okay. So that.
How about this? Let's go for a real. Does anybody else remember Val asking us to go to the temple?
Vaguely, or maybe just you, right?
Is this gonna be a roll?
I can't. I'll be perfectly honest. I can't tell if I remember it or if Grim bringing it up is
Right.
like cueing like a
Like a fake
like
memory?
like I should remember that. Yeah, that because it sounds like something that Val would do,
Right.
but also I
I'm-
don't
I'm
specifically
pretty-
remember it.
Well, I would
I'm
say
pretty sure I did, but
Yeah, and I think we can go with the fact that Val did say, and I would say your characters remember because, while for us it's been 2 months, for them it's been
That's
12
a
hours.
fair point. Yeah, it has
Yeah.
not been very long.
Like you had now. However, I don't think that you guys would have woken up at the crack of dawn like Val just did. So I think there's going to be a bit
there
of
was
time.
there was no specified time. If
Yes.
it's probably just, meet here in the morning. Yeah, morning for Yogg does not mean the crack of dawn.
Yeah, I imagine that means breakfast, a breakfast beer or 2 or 3, and then saunter over by like 10 or 10
yeah,
a.m.
yeah, like barely still morning. It's like
Yeah.
like almost 11.
Find your
Yeah.
way to the temple. So I
Oh,
think
yeah.
we're going to have at least a
Oh,
couple
yeah.
hours before your party meets you here, Val. Unless
okay,
you remember
I
specifically saying for
I
some
don't
morning,
think
which
I
you might have.
specifically said time,
Okay.
but I think I'm just gonna wait a couple hours or so, because I mean Val would know how long this will take.
Yeah.
So
I would say. So, are you gonna wait in your room, or are you gonna wait outside?
I'll wait in the main area.
Okay. I would say, are you saying anything to Bryson while he's standing up
Not
there?
yet. Nope.
Okay, so you're just taking a seat and praying, or
Mhm.
kind of resting. Okay. I would say after a bit of time, seems like he's moved a censer to hang. Actually hangs from one of the hands of the statue behind him, and he does light it, and it does fill the room a bit with a soft smell. I believe sandalwood would be what would be happening here.
I think that's right. I honestly don't.
believe so.
Don't remember.
We'll call it sandalwood.
I know. Shame on me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But once he, after about 15 minutes or so, as you're sitting there, he approaches. He has, somewhat of an intense gaze, but it's just the nature of his presence, not anything that he's intently or intentionally imposing upon you. It's just kind of the nature of his size and appearance. But as you look, it doesn't seem like there's certainly no malintent or anything. But as he looks you over for a brief moment, he says, "Hello, I take it you must be Valleth.
Yes, that is correct.
It is a pleasure to meet you. I am, as you might have known from last night as you came in, I am Brother Bryson. I hope a pleasure to meet you. I hope that everything was well in your rest tonight, as we'll have a bit of a busy day today, if you are still willing to take the oath, as I have been informed."
Yep. That's correct. I think I'm ready.
Very well. Well, I'm not familiar. I'm not sure how familiar you may be with the guidelines here. If I may ask, how long have you been following in the Lady's Light?
Oh, okay, sorry. I don't know why Discord was not picking up my mic. Damn. Anyway, actually, yes, I don't know.
Is this Grim saying this or Val?
Yes. I guess probably.
You had given a timeline.
Oh, did I?
I don't know if I have it offhand.
No, it's okay. I'd say probably 2 years.
2 years, very well. That is quite a while. I know I had it. Hold on.
I know.
Here it is. So current. Do you care how many? Well, I'll just say.
I
happened 387, and 380, and you say Paladin occurred at 388, and the current year is 389.
And that's damn.
So the battle that I think
probably
you referred
to
to was 2 years. Year and a half.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll say you said that. Yeah.
Yeah, year and a half.
Very well. And where do you hail from, Valleth?
Alvar, just outside of oh my God! Wow, just outside of Altheus.
Oh, I am familiar. Very well. Did you spend much time in Altheus, if I may ask?
About 8 years or so. I served in the cavalry.
Very well. Well, again, if you are not familiar with today's proceedings, there will be some tasks, some albeit menial, but they are required, and helping around the temple with a few things. We do have one patient here now, but there may be more that we will ask you to tend to and care for in whatever ways you may see fit. And this evening we will undergo the rites, undergo the oath, and if all goes well, you will certainly become an ordained paladin of the lady, you may, perhaps, have a chance to hear from her as she blesses this union that we will create tonight. Do you have any questions that I may alleviate your mind on now?
Not at the moment. No. Thank you.
Very well. Well, with that being said, I still have a few tasks that I must complete, but you are welcome to leave the temple for now, but I only ask you return, and I would estimate about an hour should be plenty of time for things to be ready. But you are, of course, welcome to stay here within your room, whatever you wish. The temple is, of course, yours to partake in as you see fit. While it is but a humble abode, of course, especially anything compared to what resides in Altheus.
Of course. Thank you, brother.
My pleasure. Yeah, if you will excuse me, he gives a short but respectful bow, small bow. Especially given his height, it's not much. He doesn't get very low. But
he probably bows down to probably about Val's height, right?
A little bit, yeah. It's not like a full,
It's like what, like
90 degree. It's like a 20-degree angle. It's more of a head.
It's like what, like 5-6 inches? Yeah.
Yeah, you're Val's 5'9".
5'10".
10. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, 5 or 6 inches. Yep, exactly. So he makes his way in the storage room. You hear him kind of moving some things around, and if you watch him for a while, it's just simply seeing me preparing some things, moving things around on the altar. I'll say, for the sake of this, the rest of the party, the three of you guys, you wake up, whatever levels of food or alcohol hungover you might be, I'll leave that to your discretion.
Food hungover.
I imagine.
But you, in your conversations, recall that Val asked you to visit the temple or to meet her at the temple. So you maybe take a quicker breakfast than usual, and I'll say, just for the purpose of expedition and coordination here, we'll say that you arrive in time. I'll say about just a bit before that hour that Bryson mentioned. I will say the three of you arrive at the temple again and find Val there. So you all reconvene, perhaps, and whatever you want to discuss. Now is your time.
Yog, why do you smell like beef? What did you guys do last night?
Yog smells like beef?
Yeah, what did you...
Just a wee bit.
Oh.
Touch.
That is weird. Yog had a lot more than just beef. Yog would think he smelled like a lot of things.
What the
Perhaps you need to smell closer. That probably is smart.
You know what? I think I'm good.
Okay. We found a place with lots of food for Yog to eat.
Okay.
Everyone seemed very impressed with Yog.
Oh, that's nice, I guess.
I dare say he's even famous now.
Oh, really? I guess it's good to... that we're getting to know people in the city.
Yog thinks so too. Yog made lots of good friends last night. They seemed really happy that Yog was there.
That's nice.
Mm-hmm. Yog is sorry. Yog should have brought you food too.
Oh, no, that's alright. I'm technically supposed to be fasting all day today anyway.
Maybe after then. I'm sure if we're nice enough, some of them might even give us a discount.
Oh.
What is fasting?
You don't eat for however long you're doing it.
Is that safe?
Yes, it is safe, Yog.
Yog doesn't think that sounds safe.
I
think I agree with Yog.
It's one of the traditions. I mean, as far as I know, no one's died from taking the oath.
Well, no, they would die from not eating, probably.
Yes, yeah.
That's what Yog think. Why do you not eat?
It's part of the tradition with it, making yourself vulnerable.
Does your what's the deity, do they not like food?
No, you know what, that is a good question. I'd say no, she does like food quite a bit. There are a few feasts.
So
Feasts?
gods eat food then, do they?
You know what, I don't. I think that's above my standing in the temple to be able to answer that question.
Surely there's someone here who must know.
I mean, you could ask the high priest, you could ask Brother Bryson, though I don't know if you should. That seems almost in bad taste.
I'm sure he's a nice enough lad. I mean, the last night was quite kind. Do you know, I wonder if they've got wine here.
Oh, no. Okay, out of character. Oh my god. Seriously?
You knew this would happen.
You wanted them here.
I know! Oh no. Oh no, I mean things carrying over from the other campaign. Wine in the temple.
Idea what you're talking about.
Anyway. Again, that's something that's something you're going to have to ask the priests.
At that moment, actually, two things happen. There's a woman that emerges from this door here, close to you guys, and kind of gives you a thin, but kind of tall, elvish woman. age is almost impossible to read on an elvish face. Doesn't seem to have any markings of any old or young age. Gives you guys a quick once over and a little bit of a rolled eyes kind of look as she kind of moves on past you into the infirmary area here.
Does she look like a priestess?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, she's dressed in the similar robes that you saw last night. The kind of the white robes with the green cord.
Okay.
And I should also point out the brother Bryson. He actually has again, his outfit doesn't match his true outfit, the character icon. He has full dark green, almost like a forest green set of robes that he's adorned with. Not the red ones that you see. Again, limited choices.
Hey, just color blindness.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But shortly after the elvish woman emerges, he also comes around. Doesn't come all the way up to you, but says, "Valleth, we will be getting shortly, so I must ask that your compatriots here make their way so we can begin very soon. You have but a few minutes, if you will, please."
Yes.
Yogg raises his hand.
Yes.
Oh, Yogg wants to know. Yogg knows that Val is fasting, but Yogg wants to know, does Yogg have to fast too? Yogg really doesn't want to not eat.
Well, if you...
If Yogg eats, will it, like, affect Val's religious thing?
Yeah, a little bit of a smile kind of begins on his lips, and he kind of looks and says, "You are welcome to support Valleth in whatever ways you choose. If that involves the fast, then so be it. However, to my knowledge, the lady will not look down upon Val if her compatriots do not partake as well."
Oh, good. Yogg did not want to not eat.
I think by this point, Val is trying very, very hard to keep her composure. She's, oh my god, incredibly embarrassed.
And Bryson, he kind of, again, that smile is still there. It's one of those that, like, it doesn't match his demeanor necessarily, and again, there's nothing that he is giving off that is malicious or evil or intimidating intentionally. It's just he is a large figure here. But
Insight check?
Oh
Insight
my
check?
If you want, yeah.
Yeah.
But he says, as you're doing that, he just says, it is commendable that you would consider that, but I would deem it unnecessary.
Oh, goodness, I have a great insight. What the fuck? Okay, 16.
16?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll whisper you.
Oh no.
Oh, dear.
Oh gosh.
Okay.
So yes, anything else? So again, Valleth, if you would, please.
Yes.
You can meet
of course.
me at the altar, but time is approaching, a sense of the essence.
Did he tell us we had to leave the temple?
Yeah, he didn't say, but that was the general gist. Just that, it's not a... He said he needed Val. I guess he didn't necessarily imply, so...
I mean, I'm sure you guys can stay and watch, but just not like... Oh my god. Well, no, now it sounds like I'm getting married to this deity.
I did hear wedding vows. That's what I was saying.
Wedding vows and then union, yeah. Huh.
And it's religion. It's pretty much, that's pretty much how it goes.
Yeah.
Those like benches in the middle, right?
Yeah, they're like pews, like very simple pews. Not the, I would say they're just purely benches, but they serve a similar, yeah. Like everything that you're seeing here, all the adornments, you can see the walls, both on the inside or outside. It's very, very simplistic. The altar and the statue and the stained glass definitely stand out a bit, but those are like what you would normally see in a temple. Everything else, it's not bad, it's not impoverished or anything, but it's very simple, including the benches.
So I guess Dalen will look at. I guess Bryson's there. Dalen will look at him.
Yeah, he's back up here by the altar, by the way. But now he made his way back up there.
Okay, I'm assuming he could hear me.
Yeah, I said this last session. Like, I feel like both Dalen and Yogg, neither of them are. I kind of assume that their voices are being projected, unless I hear otherwise.
Right. I mean,
Oh,
he's not
definitely.
yelling, but
Yeah.
he's not being quiet at all.
Right. He's just generally a bit louder than most.
I guess as Bryson goes to do his thing, Dalen will ask, "Are we allowed to stay and watch?"
You may stay within the temple, but it will be behind. We will be doing it within my chambers initially, and there will be some at the altar that you can watch, but it will not be much in the way of presentation, if that's what you're asking. And that is also up to Valleth's discretion if she chooses to have you here.
I mean, if you want, you all can stay here.
It is going to take the entire day.
Yes, I I was going to tell you all that.
All right, no problem then. Just thought I'd ask.
Codex was initially sitting on the bench, but once he heard the entire day, he kind of slowly gets up. He just goes near the party, you know, and without saying anything, you know, we're just totally quiet.
You were ready to support, but not for that long.
I feel like I'm watching him do this, and yes, I know it's rather long, but this is also one of the most important days of my life. So, but you can do what you want. Just please don't get arrested or do anything stupid.
Oh, we'll think about it.
We never do stupid things.
We are always very
No.
smart and conscientious.
That's right.
Yogg will make sure that we do not cause any trouble.
Thank you, Yogg.
Yogg gives a very cheesy big thumbs up.
I guess we're probably wordlessly communicated. We're gonna leave the temple. I'm assuming then.
Yogg didn't pick up on that at all, but Yogg will follow him out if
Y'all goes to sit on the same bench the Codex was on for a moment before. Alright, so you three make your way out. Okay.
Yeah, I think so. As we're leaving, Dalen's just gonna turn to Val. Earlier, I rolled a perception for him just to see if he noticed how like fucking tired Val looks.
I feel like she just constantly looks tired.
Oh no, this is more than normal.
Yeah, there's more of
Yeah.
a bags around the eyes, more of a like there's tired and then there's like weariness, right? Of like kind of more mentally tired right now. And it's not much.
Yeah, Dalen has known Val long enough. He picked up on it. So as he's leaving, he's just gonna turn to Val to like, just take care of yourself, all right? Good luck.
Thank you. I will. And you as well, of course.
Oh, I'm sure it'll be fine. See
You
you
know what?
soon, Paladin.
You know no, before he leaves, I'm gonna slip you a gold coin. Buy
To
yourself a
Dalen?
drink. Yeah, to Dalen.
Okay.
Is
yeah.
this like when like your parents have to go take care of something and they like give the oldest child like $20 and like, look, just go get pizza, go to the movies, don't
I was going
get
to
into any
say-
trouble.
I was going to say, buy a drink for yourself.
Oh, it's more than a drink, I think. Tell you what, I'll have a cold one waiting for you at the pub at the way back when you get home.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, Dalen's gonna walk out.
Alright, so three you head out to whatever you all decide to get yourselves into. I'll take your care.
Yogg,
put them off the board.
God.
Yogg will ask, and not intentionally loudly, but in the normal Yogg voice, you'll hear Yogg ask as he's leaving. So, do you think Yogg could eat more food if Yogg turned into a bear and then started to eat things?
Oh,
You know, I did tell a bunch of people you turned into a bear once to eat the kobolds. They didn't believe me.
Yogg should prove it.
And that's the last thing Val you hear before
Oh,
the
no.
doors close behind them.
Oh no.
Leaving you to the temple here. Okay.
By the way, it is about 6:30.
Yeah,
GG.
so that's what I'm
Oh,
thinking.
shit.
So we could. I think we probably should. I hate to do it, but I think we save it for the beginning of next session.
Oh
This
god,
gives
you're
Grim
so
time
mean.
to memorize the tenets.
Yeah, there you go.
I
and
already
that way-
looked
and then
through
we can do the 8
them.
hours. I just love stretching out all of Val and Grim's goals as long as possible.
I hate you
It took
so
5
much.
sessions to get to Durandal. It's gonna take like
Oh
6
my
sessions to
God.
become a paladin. We're
I
gonna have 8
learned.
hours of cleaning the map and finding all the little things. That's gonna be your test of cleaning the temple.
I specifically learned Cinderin for one of my items.
Oh fuck. Well, actually, so yeah, when are we gonna play next? If
That's
we can't do Saturdays.
I know. I'm sorry.
It's
I'm
either-
sorry.
It's either Sundays or until Grim gets another Saturday again.
That's gonna be
Right,
like
which-
August maybe. I can go ahead
Yeah.
and take off now, but I don't want to wait a month, guys. If we don't have
know.
to.
Let me. All right, I'm gonna see. Well, I mean, some. Okay. So let's do this. So let's continue for a minute. I can go a little past 6:30. It's fine. 6:45.
I don't wanna make you
as
late.
usual. No, it's fine. Because it's just a pickup game too. So and they can get into the stadium without me. So, as the doors close behind, and kind of the butterflies that have pretty much been in your stomach and since the evening, they well up a bit here.
Yeah, especially after
You-
Yogg says that.
Right. Yeah. Just more. Your fears from the last night, who were initially quenched or quelled when you saw them all in one piece, have now arisen again. But you do your best to mentally kind of steel yourself from that, without knowing a whole lot of what's going to happen here in your task ahead. As you approach the altar, speak with Bryson. He says, "So, you are going to be taking a great step forward in your journey to walk in her light, to carry out her peace, her protection, and her vengeance. Are you still confident? Are you still sure that this is the path you wish to walk?"
Yes, I am.
Very well. Now, there is time. This is a process, of course. If you wish, you may. You have time to pray, to gather yourself. It needs to be done in solidarity. You are welcome to do it at the benches. It serves as a quiet temple. This is not one that you will be disturbed. Take as much time as you need. If you are ready now, we may begin. But it is typically advised to resume your communication with her at the beginning. I feel she tends to favor those that take some time to address her.
Okay. I guess Val nods and oh god, I had to pick a seat.
Yeah.
I guess I'll just sit in the front.
Okay.
Oh. Yeah, that works.
Okay. Yep. So as you sit there and gather your thoughts, and do you what do you do as you take your seat and as the quietness kind of takes over? It almost feels a little bit unnatural, but you don't sense any actual divine magic is in place. It just
Yeah,
seems
yeah,
like
yeah. Can I go ahead and use my
realization
divine?
has hit a bit.
Yeah,
What's
can I go
that?
ahead and use my divine sense? No. No, not really. I think she's probably meditating a little bit first, and then
Okay.
probably silent prayer.
Out of character, I have to ask, what was it? Which part did you memorize in Cinderin? I want to make sure I understand. so
Oh,
I can do that.
I think that's a surprise for next session.
Oh, okay.
Not
it's
for
not
the
something-
oath. Not for the oath.
Oh, okay. I thought you said it was for the oath. Okay. I just want to make sure I didn't miss something that.
Oh no, I am
that I
not that
wanted to cue on.
dedicated. Nope.
Okay, because I'll say you don't really know at all what's going to happen here.
Nope.
Or Val doesn't know. Okay, good.
Well, also she's not. Althea's not an elven.
Right.
Deity.
Yeah. So okay, so yes, you steel yourself, you pray quietly, in solidarity, and you do sense, as you sit, as you meditate, as you focus back into where you were last night, where the sense of familiarity, the sense of home, the sense of security that, apart from last night, you hadn't had, being able to touch back into that, definitely, it certainly helps remove some of the butterflies. It helps calm your nerves. It helps you remember why you're here. It brings you more confidence of this is the path. While saying it to Bryson was one thing, feeling it now, you feel that determination of this is where you belong. This is the path that you need to tread moving forward. You're actually quite unaware of how much time has passed. You're able to notice a difference in the angle of the stained glass windows. So there certainly has been more than just a few minutes before you feel yourself kind of not come to consciousness, but resume your full awareness of your surroundings. And a sense of calm has overtaken you. Bryson returns to you. Well, if you are ready, we shall begin. This isn't. How do I want to say this? I'm not rushing through this. This was just a part I wasn't going to directly touch on.
Mm-hmm.
But you two, you talk quite a bit. Some of it you feel is a little bit of, not small talk, but just general kind of getting to know you, having you talk about yourself, about your journey, a little bit about your history. Nothing probing. It feels comfortable. It feels relaxing. And it's more of a getting to know you aspect, not a interview process or an interrogation. He goes over aspects of the rituals, aspects of the incenses that are done, reiterates things of the various festivals that are done in her name and a paladin's place in that. Many of these aspects you're familiar with, given your time in Altheus. In that conversation, he actually will kind of dive into a little bit of that here. As when you mention how much time you spent in Altheus and your familiarity there, he says, that smile that was there for Yogg kind of comes to his lips now. Altheus was what brought me into her light. I was not one that followed in the path of the divine for much of my life, but when I found myself within that city, when I found myself under her eye, I felt a pull that set me on the path to here. So that city, that world that exists there under her watchful eye is one that means quite a bit to me. This rug that I so unceremoniously stand upon was one of the few tokens I have from there, and I cherish it quite a bit, despite how it may appear, it residing on the floor. But it is a truly wondrous city.
It is a beautiful city.
It is. You continue, and you sense after that little bit of that connection. He always seemed cordial. Now it seems like he's a little bit more. That little bit of moment, that moment you shared, is a bit more of a bond, a small one. But you notice your attitudes here even lighten up a bit. You spend time after going over rituals, tending to the sick. You learn the man that's resting there, who is still very quiet. He seems ill. It seems to be more of a, how do I want to put this? So Bryson kind of lists that he's requested that no divine magic be put upon him for reasons that he has described to me, and we will honor that. We are here to cure him as best we can, to make him comfortable as best we can, and one day he will leave this place. And it is our hope, it is our goal that he'd be through his own feet, through his own strength, rather than any other means. This is an older gentleman. This is me describing, not this isn't Bryson talking. Older,
no, I'd like
probably...
to believe this is Bryson.
He changed his voice completely all of a sudden.
Yeah, like, you know, like a doctor, like, listing off, like, chart, yeah.
Right, his chart, yeah. No, he's, like, mid-50s, probably, human male. He looks ill. He's got a, despite, you know, and you've seen the elven woman has been in here, but she left so that you and Bryson could care for him. Seems to be in almost a perpetual state of having kind of bathed in sweat. He does take in fluids that you give him, but slowly. Just seems like a general air of uncomfort or discomfort. And is somewhat cold to you, like in terms of his attitude. Like he takes water, he takes the medicines and the treatments, but he's fairly reserved and fairly quiet as you go about it.
Can I make a medicine check?
Absolutely.
Okay.
What's your goal? To diagnose or to treat?
I'd say probably a combination of both. Like if I recognize this and yeah. Okay. Make one just as a general diagnosis as you spend some time because you're being kind of guided through some of the treatments by Bryson initially. So go ahead and make that first check as a diagnosis. Oh, God damn it, D20, you better not fucking fail me. 16.
16. So these symptoms, it's a disease. You know, it's kind of one of those diseases that you don't hear. It's more of a older disease. It's one that isn't as common now. It's something, but you do have some familiarity with it in your time. Not personally, but it's something you've heard of. It's called rot away. It's an internal thing. Without knowing, you know, there's only so much modern medicine technique terms I can give, but it's somewhat of degenerative internal disease that it's kind of the body. How do I want to say? It's kind of the body fighting itself, thinking that healthy cells are unhealthy. So
so like cancer.
Kind of, yeah, to a degree, yeah. In that sense, right? So it's something that can be cured through things like greater restoration is going to be a bit more effective than just a simple lesser. It is a disease.
I don't even have lesser restoration, so.
You don't? Okay.
That's not until level 5.
Oh, really?
That's a second level, isn't it? Isn't that a second level
spell?
spell?
Yeah, but Paladin's trail behind on the spells. That's right. Okay.
Yeah, half casting. Woo.
Yeah. And I'll say, just with following along with Bryson with the role on that, you're treating somewhat of at a comfort level. So it's something that and there are herbs involved. Actually, go ahead and make another medicine check for me.
Oh God. Okay. Okay. Natural. That's a natural 19 for a total of 21.
21. Okay. So so Bryson helped you with some of the treatments. So if you've been, you basically in the communication that we'll brush over a bit. You know, you said you were able to prove to him that you knew what it was. You diagnosed it correctly, which he kind of nodded and seems, you know, mildly impressed at. He brings you to the altar and has brought out a number of different herbs, tinctures, things like that. The abilities to mix things, you know, essentially natural remedies. I'm not using divine magic. And so he says, you know, as you've done this now, how would you treat this patient? And as you look over what you have here, you're able to actually.
Oh no! Your mic. Your mic cut out.
Okay. you're able to basically make a couple mixtures, mortar and pestle some of the herbs to create a bit of a digestible paste. Long story short, you're
Oh, you're
aiding-
cutting out again.
Ah.
It's okay. Nope.
Here.
Nope.
No. Oh.
There it is.
Okay.
Oh.
Is this like when you have to like hold the headphone jack at just the right angle for it to work?
It seems like it at this rate, but
Oh,
it's because I'm kind of
God.
shaking because it's really hot in my room, so I get uncomfortable and have to move a bit.
Oh
And the
yeah.
I know, I feel
is
it.
on, so it shakes.
hot.
I feel that.
This is so hot.
So
over
hot.
Okay, I don't know how much. The gist of it is you're able to create a number of salves and mixtures and pick out the right herbs as both a combination of what can be best done to treat. It's a long-term treatment.
Mm-hmm.
As well as essentially pain relief and to allow for comfort.
Yeah.
And Bryson nods and does. You kind of explain as you go and talk about it a bit, but
Yeah, I
you're
was
somewhat
gonna
short. You're focused in.
I was gonna say, I feel like Val probably knows, especially the pain stuff. I feel like
Yeah.
she's done that before on the battlefield.
And this is a bit different, but it's still the same.
Yeah.
There's pain for battle to stay coherent and stay fighting versus when you have someone that's essentially bedridden, you can go even stronger essentially. So yes, that was
All
essentially
the
you've
codeine.
done well there. Yeah, right.
All of it.
Then it's impressive to him, it appears, because you're dialed in, you're focused, you're kind of nervous, but then when you get close to being done, you see that he kind of nods his head and is definitely has an air of approval to him as you apply this to the patient. Even the patient's demeanor seems to improve a bit. Once you give him the codeine, shocker, but it's still definitely a success in that regard. Another patient is brought in. I don't have I'm not going to put a figure down.
You can just copy and paste it, but it's
it would be
fine.
the same thing, yeah, basically.
Yeah.
It's younger. It's a woman, younger woman. This would be a human as well. No one you recognize. She seems fairly small, but somewhat emaciated. Has like the shakes currently. And seems somewhat temperamental, somewhat aggressive, but is just too weak at this time to really do anything. She's actually brought in by a guard. And Bryson has a quick chat with the guard and beckons you in once the guard leaves. This woman, as this is not a symptom that you would recognize, as I've been told by the guard that just dropped her off, was found in using an illegal substance that causes these after effects. Our job here now, for this instance, is to, similarly to the gentleman up behind me, is to treat without magic. This is one that we do as a service to the to the city, to treat these people, these individuals who choose to live this lifestyle, but we are meant to not do it with... They're meant to be a little uncomfortable as they go through this in an attempt to learn the lesson. What you have made should suffice, but I would recommend dialing it somewhat back to be useful, but not as powerful. Just to ease her mind somewhat as she expulses this from her system. So you go back to the table. I would say this one's an easy enough thing to make.
Well, it's pretty much the same thing, isn't it?
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Just kind of a couple little bit, slightly different measures. And as you apply that, the shaking does slow down. She actually falls asleep fairly quickly. Very well done. And you see at this point, it's actually kind of surprising you. But also, montage timelines. It has gotten darker outside. Sundown still has yet to occur. It's still certainly not the late. But this isn't something that happens to sundown, given that it is late summer. It's going to be it would be difficult to do that. Let's see. Now, is you have done very admirably here today, Valleth. If you would, you have earned the right to accept the oath. You will have another moment, and I would very much encourage this. Final prayer before I administer the oath.
Thank you.
As you pray,
Oh.
you're
I was
welcome.
gonna say thank you.
I talk very slowly. I apologize. As you pray, consider your final reasonings for why you are here, who you do it for, and what you wish to accomplish in her name. And there are times where those that are unsure, or even those that know exactly their determination, sometimes receive guidance from her as to what they need to be, how they should be conducting themselves. Take some time. You have earned it. And I will return to you when you are ready. But please, take a seat again. So he actually walks over to this room over here. You see him go away for a bit. So you have another chance to reflect, to pray, to...
oh, I heard dice.
Yeah, you did. Don't worry about it. Is there anything in particular you pray for, or to ask for, or request, or say?
I don't think... Oh, I don't have anything specific to request, but I guess she's reflecting on... Definitely, I'd say... Oh my god, how long has the... It's only been like a week, right? Of in-game time?
In-game, yeah.
Yeah.
It took you a week. Technically, I think this is the 8th day that you guys have had.
Yeah, I think definitely reflecting on how crazy that week has been. And probably thinking about home and thinking about, I guess, her time in the cavalry.
Okay.
And probably the war.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so time passes, 30 minutes or so you would estimate. And Bryson returns. Val, are you ready now for the final taking of the oath?
I believe so.
Very well. Do you have... Actually, no, it's fine. Okay. So you approach... That's fine. That's fine. Okay. I was going to ask a client question, but I don't need it yet. So you approach the altar. He loads up the sensor, or it's actually a new sensor, not one that was used earlier. This one is pure silver. Seems very pristine, whereas the one behind him is, it's not. It's used. It's functional. But this one seems like it's certainly a ceremonial piece. He loads in various pieces. You actually see a dried rose petal is inserted as well, as he lights this with a number of different incenses. If you are ready, we shall take the oath, and you will be crowned a paladin of Althea. But there are 3 questions that you must ask. You do not answer to me, but you answer to her. She will hear no matter how loud and how confident you are. Are you ready?
I am.
Valleth, you have followed her light for near 2 years. You have served her, you have honored her, and you have carried out her will to the best of your abilities. However, why do you perform this pledge today?
I don't think she says anything out loud.
Okay, sure.
But it definitely takes a second. Oh gosh. Oh no, this is difficult for me as a player. I I think it's definitely because of what she saw during the war, during that last battle. And also thinking about the people of Redvale and Carrington's cops and I guess the dangers they were in prior to our group assisting them.
Okay. Oh, there. I might cut out, but I wasn't saying anything. Okay. Anything else?
I think that's it.
Okay. So he's been giving an intense stare, not a patronizing, not an angry, but just some pretty unbroken stare. But when he recognizes that you've silently said this, he nods. For whom upon the mortal realm do you dedicate this pledge, this oath, this service to?
Gosh, you're really making me dig into the resources
You wanted a
of my
Val
brain.
episode.
I know. Oh man, I thought this would be fun. I mean, it is fun.
It's a religious
But
oath. It's fun.
I know. I guess not. I think she'll say it out loud this time. My mother and my friends.
Very well. Finally, will you always, until your final days, honor your oath by guarding the weak, fighting with her honor, destroying any evil that you may come across? And will you never wane from this path, lest you be cast out from her grace?
I will.
Very well. May I have your symbol to Altheus, please?
Cool. It's yeah. I guess she'll unpin it.
Is it on her, or is it in the
Yeah,
other room
it'll-
with her armor?
Oh no, I think she probably would have. So she usually wears it on like her sword scabbard.
Yep.
Obviously, she's not armed.
Right.
So it's kind of like a brooch. So I'm assuming she probably has it pinned to her
Okay.
plainclothes.
Okay. So he holds out his hand. He waits for you to I'm assuming you give it to him.
Yeah.
So he takes it. He places it, gently on the altar. You see him turn around, and he grabs the branch. Fuck. Hold on.
Perfect
hold on.
timing. It's
Okay.
awesome.
Grabs the branch. Hopefully you heard that, and
Yeah.
then brings it, places it on the altar as well, and takes a very very polished but very sharp looking dagger from his side, which he hadn't noticed before. It kind of is tucked a little bit into his robes. And from the branch, he takes a small piece. I would say about 4 or 5 inches. It's going to be similar to the circumference of your
Well,
brooch.
that's only like a couple inches wide.
Okay.
Oh, I guess unless you mean like
But it'd
circumference.
be the circumference.
Yeah.
Circumference, yep.
Oh
It's
no,
gonna be-
math! No.
Don't worry about it.
Stop making
He
me do
takes a piece-
geometry.
He takes a piece of the branch that is appropriate for what's about to happen next. And I want to make sure I have something pulled up that I didn't have ready. I apologize. Give me 1 second. So I have like 5 notepad files of all your info, and I can't remember which one is the one that I
I
need.
feel honored.
I found it. And now I just need to make sure I grip the right thing. I'm sorry, I should have had this ready.
No, you're fine.
It takes him a really long time to cut the branch.
I mean, if you have to like bend it too, yeah.
No, it really wouldn't take that long because it's a super sharp knife. There it is.
Oh,
Okay.
that's not terrifying.
So he takes. Fuck.
Oh,
Yeah. Okay.
okay,
There
there
it
we
is.
go.
Okay. Sorry. So, with the branch being cut, with your brooch, with the small piece of the branch in one hand, with the brooch in another, he kind of He puts his hands together, one on top of the other. Closes his eyes. You see his lips move, but there's no sound. He talks, quote unquote talks, for a while. It's actually about 20, 30 seconds. And then there's a pause. And then he says, you actually hear, or you hear a little bit of a mumbling, not enough that you can actually understand the words of. But then you see a glow, a faint white glow from between his hands that emanates out, which lasts for a few seconds, gets a little bit brighter, but nothing, excruciatingly bright by any means or anything. And then it ceases. And when you see, fuck off.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, there. Is it back?
I think
Yeah.
you're, yeah.
I'm sorry. What was the last thing you heard me say?
There's this light that is between the stick and the symbol, and then it just poofed out. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So he pulls his hands apart, and then within his one hand, you now see your brooch has the branch has essentially kind of woven throughout the brooch. It nestles within the swan in the middle and around the perimeter as well. It's not overwhelming it, it's not overtaking it, but it certainly has, by some means, kind of fused and kind of wrapped. It almost looks like it's a natural growing of the tree, of the branch around it. There's no leaves or anything of that nature, but the two pieces have become one. And he looks at you, and he looks at the notes that I have to make sure I say this.
He has a little piece of parchment next to him on the altar.
Excuse me, puts his readers on. Yeah. No, so he once he takes his hands apart and you take the sight in, Valleth, honor these words that were spoken today, and use this as a remembrance of your ties, of your tether to her, fused with the power of Thuriel, and go forth and carry on her will, with her honor, through her light. And he hands you the brooch back.
Cool. I guess I bow. Obviously, that's
sure.
Yeah.
And here you see an actual full smile. It's small. It's simple, but it's more than what has done before. And he returns the bow a bit more than you did previously, and says, It is my honor to deem you a paladin of Althea. Congratulations.
Thank you, brother.
You may stay here as long as you want. I would again encourage a small amount of prayer. But when you leave this temple, and while you are always welcome back, you will be a different person than when you first entered. And I do not believe I need to say it, but I believe you will do an amazing amount of good in this world in her name. From here on out.
Thank you.
The pleasure was mine. He walks off. He walks into that side room again. Fred Boat apparently decided to stop at the perfect time.
It's okay. It's kind of better than the ominous chanting.
That's true. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so you take a seat. What do you do?
Oh gosh. I'm sure there are plenty of emotions going through her mind right now. It's kind of a lot. I guess she's gonna try and pray again.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Val has undergone a number of different prayers for specific people, for safety, for various things. This could be more of a
definitely for the safety of our party.
Yeah,
I think she's been thinking. I think it's been in the back of her mind. Yeah, it's been in the back of her mind the entire time.
Yeah. No, but you feel a warmth, similar to other times when you've undergone similar prayers in times of need, in times of wants, in times of unsure moments. But you generally feel that same response. You feel it a little bit more a little stronger. There's certainly a presence there. Now more than when you first even stepped foot in this temple. And you also feel a significant sense of pride, of accomplishment, of nervousness of what's to begin, but also feel a drive within you to follow through with those words, to serve her name, destroy evil, to protect those that need the protection, that deserve protection. You feel a strength, you feel a desire, a devotion that you hadn't felt before. And that's where we'll end the session.
Oh, damn.
And we'll see what's going to happen with these other 3 people.
Oh, God.
Paladin.
Yay.
If we get in trouble now, does that mean Val has to arrest us?
Yeah, she's gonna kill you if you guys do evil stuff now.
Huh.
Good thing none of us
That's
are evil.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you know what? That is a good question. Huh.
It's fine.
Yeah.
There's a difference between doing things that are evil and doing and being naturally that way. So
Yeah.
there's and you're not lawful good, so there's some leeway involved.
Yeah,
I think it'd be fine.
neutral good.
Yeah.
Though honestly, at this point, I feel like it's almost lawful good. Not quite.
They're pulling you lawful because they're so chaotic. So
Yeah.
you're lawful good in comparison with the rest of the party for sure.
Oh yeah.
So. Okay. To the 3 others, I'm sorry this was such a focused episode or session. I hope it was still enjoyable. And you guys will have the floor in a full day with everything essentially being opened in Durandal when we come back.
Yeah. Well, actually,
Which would be fun.
Actually,
Yeehaw.
since next session is pretty much just you guys, right? I mean, I'm sure you could have it without me if you want to do it on a Saturday, unless you need me to record it.
No, I would record it. I recorded this one, so
Okay.
we could.
Oh, secret DM screen. Ooh.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, nothing was secret here. I didn't even bother with the fog of war correctly, so you'll just see the results of like the 3 rolls that I did.
Wow.
I know. I got to roll percentile dice. It was fun. Just none of them went in your favor, unfortunately.
Huh. Yeah.
I know. But yeah, so we could potentially do that. It would be a short session if we did. Then it's just the span of a day, because at the time of Val finishing this, it would be 6 or 7 p.m. I would say, probably 6.
Hey, I mean the meat sesh took a while. That was like a whole hour, wasn't it?
It might have been. It was kind of close. Yeah.
I don't know. I'd have to look back.
I don't know how long it was.
That felt like a while.
We spent a lot of time not playing D&D today. Almost a little more than usual, actually.
I mean, it's been like 2 months, so.
And we didn't start. We didn't even like join the call until like 3:30. So.
Yeah, thanks.
We actually started playing at like 4 or 4:30, but we'll see. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Whether you were the focus, whether you were the star or not, I apologize if it was pretty boring for that. But we won't have things like that often. That just seemed like a special thing to do.
No, for sure. I thought it was really cool, and honestly, I was actually paying attention quite a lot. I forgot to write a lot of stuff down, so my notes on the actual oath thing are pretty lackluster. But I posted my shitty notes in case anyone's curious.
Oh yeah, I didn't take notes for that at all. I think I have the people, and then the famous rug, and that's it.
Oh, I forgot to write down the famous rug.
The famous rug. I actually have 2 different notes on it now. Yes, apparently there's a famous rug, and now actually where it's from.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the things that it's a lot more fun to just be in the moment, and then since we have it recorded, you can just go back and take notes as needed.
Yeah, I'll try to get this uploaded. I'll probably start it tonight, so hopefully it'll be up by tomorrow.
I mean, still a majority of that session was just flying off the seat of my pants with the meat session and all that.
Yo, I
thought it was great.
I think you did amazing.
I had notes for the general stuff, but I had no idea what was going to happen. I realized as soon as you were going to ask about the disease that I'd have to come up with something. I was like, I take as long as you can to roll because I need to think of what's going to happen here.
Look, I am proficient in medicine, so I have to at least use that sometime. I think I used it once for like for Miratic in Red Veil. Oh yeah, I guess for Christopher too.
I think you stabilized Christopher with a medicine check.
Yeah.
Or check. You at least looked at him
I think I healed
times.
him. Yeah.
Maybe healed him, but you like looked to see.
Did. We both healed him. We
Oh
both healed him, and then
Yeah.
he immediately got knocked down. Or no, I'm thinking of somebody else.
No, that was Christopher.
That's who I'm thinking of? Okay.
Yeah.
It was from the one shot.
Yeah, the guy who...
Yeah. From session 0/1.
Oh.
He got hit off screen, and that's what alerted you guys outside. And then he got picked up, and then he tried to run, and then I think he got attack of opportunity.
Yeah,
I think, or maybe
poor
he
guy.
As
he got attack of opportunity, and then
I think
then I also healed him, and then he got shot with a crossbow and knocked down.
That's
again.
right.
Something like that.
Right.
It was not a good day.
It was not.
Yeah, I think. Oh my god, yeah, that guy. Oh man, poor guys. Oh my gosh, that day is it's a very, very painful memory, I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
No, I think
probably doesn't even.
I think I stabilized Sophia as well. I think she fell in the tree fight with the Mephits.
Yeah, I think so. I think she did.
I think I did that too.
Yeah, because
but
she
I don't
was,
think it was
really
medicine roll.
Weary.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, that was great.
NPCs.
Seriously.
No, thank you. I'm glad.
I did not. I mean, what I gave you was like very kind of lackluster. And
I was just really excited to put you on the spot.
Oh yeah, I love. Oh boy. Hey, I'm working on it.
At least hinted at what the questions are going to be, or well, Bryson did, I should say. So I figured I'd give you a little bit of a key in, but no, you did really good. Those were really good responses. So.
Oh, thanks, Professor. Thank you, thank you.
Yes.
God, it feels like yeah. You should go.
Recording, yeah. I got to get up and get trained. Embarrass myself on a style.
Have fun.
Yeah. Thanks for the session.
Yeah. Thanks
when your mic comes back.
Thanks for the sesh, bro.
I know.
Good sesh.
Good sesh, bro.
Super fucking rad.
And then I guess
so fucking great, dude.
We can talk about potentially doing like a 3-person session.
Can we talk about scheduling tonight, please? So I can get it into my calendar, if that's alright.
Well, yeah, so Grim, so all 4 Saturdays of July you are 100% booked.
Yep.
Or
yeah,
you set the times that like Sasquatch is available, right?
Yeah, literally. So like I think I have a mix between like afternoon and evening shifts, and it's either noon to 5 or 5 to 9 my time, and those are both over, like completely over the D&D time. So if we did one, I mean, I think I have mostly 4 to 9 shifts. If we did one, we'd have to start it like, or I mean, it'd have to be like a very, very short session.
Right.
Like we'd have to be done by like 4 Eastern.
So we could 4 Eastern,
yeah.
So I mean I can start earlier than 2, but I know that is gonna be really tough for Sasquatch, right? With your schedule. Starting to
what was the time? Eastern. I was zoning out. Sorry, what?
At 2 o'clock Eastern, starting before then, like at 1 o'clock
to
noon.
Yeah, like it's not gonna happen.
Is the earliest for you? Yeah.
Yeah, 2 is pretty much the earliest for me because I work 9 p.m. to anywhere from 6 to 7 a.m. So much earlier than 2 is like no sleep.
No, I get it. Yeah, we won't do
that.
Okay. So yeah, Sundays are tough for me. I mean, we could maybe entertain. Well, weekdays would be tough because of that same schedule, right?
The only other option would be an early morning session, which I doubt. I don't know how people feel about that, but if we could do
that'd be a weekday, right?
No, so I can do. It pretty much what I'm saying is like, if Saturdays are still the only days to people have available. I could do after I get off of work Saturday morning, and then I would just go to bed later.
So that's like 7 a.m. Eastern?
Yeah, that would be like 7 a.m. Eastern, which would be really early.
I'd be able to do that, but like Codex, I'm not sure if you'd be willing to do that, because that's like
That's-
that's like crack of dawn for you.
I know that's super. That's like but I'm looking for alternate options here.
I know. I was gonna say I usually have Tuesdays and Thursdays off, but yeah, I know everyone else. Y'all work day jobs. Well,
We could
TG
just convert
does.
it to a Oh yeah, am I like the only person that does like a 9 to 5?
I think so.
That's fun.
I mean, I do a 9 to 5.
Well,
It's
yeah,
just the other
the
9
other 9 to 5.
Just the other 9 to
Just
5.
the other 9 to 5, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we'll figure something out. So maybe we can at least slide in the mini session. Because it would just be like 8 hours of Durandal adventuring, which you can fill 8 hours in a decent session. I feel like we would just because we RP a lot of things, and then we could record it and then send it to Grim, and Grim could watch it when they want. So that
Or maybe I
And it's
don't.
oh yeah, that's true. You could just be a mystery. So then you leave the temple.
Yeah,
and
Val
the
wouldn't know.
shows up, and you gotta find them. We could do it that
Oh
way.
God.
And then you could watch it after the session, so that
Yeah.
you could still know. We could. I mean, I'm not opposed to that.
That sounds
We'll figure
fun.
it out. Yeah, it's an option. But yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah.
drop.
Yeah,
See you
go.
guys later. Enjoy.
All right,
Friend
good
boat.
luck, TG.
Talking to y'all.
Bye.
Yeah, bye. Great session, guys. Good stuff.
Likewise.
Can I fix this? Okay, bye.
Cool. So now we have it all. Now we have the
The rough outline.
post session chat all to ourselves. I'm still recording, by the way. I don't usually stop it until after I get off.
Oh no.
Yeah, so actually, well, I know on like the first like 2 or 3 we have our post session chats, which is I think they're usually like an hour long or so.
It's usually a while. It depends.
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna have to get off here in just a few minutes.
Yeah.
So I won't be able to do that this time. Because I have to go do the dishes.
Nice. Well,
Not really.
I know not nice, but you know what I mean.
Do I?
I sure hope you do, Wrinkly Brain.
Wow. You guys hear that?
I'm sorry. That probably doesn't make a ton of
I'm
sense.
stunned silence.
I'm
Stunned
sorry. I'm
silence.
sorry. No. Oh, where did that come from? Did that come from a Faz?
That was your
call?
Discord chat.
Or, yeah, I was gonna say, was it from Discord or was it from Faz? No. No. The whole joke is smooth brains are in, wrinkly brains are out, and Artie claims to have a wrinkly brain. And yeah.
That's where I hide. That's where I hold all the information. That's how I remember stuff with the wrinkles. That's where it goes, man.
Imagine remembering things. Anyway.
Couldn't be me. Yeah, no, post session is usually pretty fun. That's where we came up. I'm pretty sure that's where the
that's-
idea for Steva came up.
Yep, that's where Steve Barman came from. Actually,
Yeah.
no. Steve Barman was from one of the breaks, I think. Was it?
Yeah, that was like the
Yeah,
that was like the
that's what
first
it
break
was.
we had. Yeah.
Mhm.
God. I wonder if the barmans have an extension here in the city.
You know what? I don't know, but I did write a letter to Sophia. Like we can append to it. We can append it.
Hmm.
Ask about it.
Well, unfortunately, I do have to drop off because I've got to go pee and go do the dishes. Maybe in that order. We'll see.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna
Yeah.
dip too.
Yep.
I gotta go. I'm gonna go try to take a nap before work. So
Good luck. I wish you luck.
thank you. I appreciate it. I will do my best.
Oh.
I'll try really hard.
We
Oh.
believe in you.
Before y'all hop off, I will probably send a message in the group chat, but don't forget to let me know, since I'm not sure what order we're going to be doing sessions next, but if we do my Ikna, my campaign, also thanks for the ominous chanting. I would like to know what you guys specifically want to do in Ericsvale, in the town you're about to arrive in, and then if you have any ideas, future ideas for what you want to do in Iranor, in the big city.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'll brainstorm that for you.
Yeah, it'll probably
I
be
think I have a pretty good idea.
It'll probably be a couple sessions before we even get to Iranor. But do let me know if you have anything in mind. You can put it in the group DM. I don't really care, or you could just message me privately. Yeah.
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 Yeah. All right.
All right. Well, have a good night, everybody.
You
Thanks for
too.
hanging out.
It
Why?
was nice talking to everyone again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully it will be
For
2
sure.
months. So.
How-
Yeah.
I gotta get more time to pop into chats and Twitches and stuff to like hang out with people again.
It's
Won't buy
hard,
us-
man.
It is.
Yeah,
It
it's
is,
hard.
dude. I wish I had. I don't have like. I wish I had better internet at the cafe I work at, because then I'd be able to like have it on in the background or something like that. Like have my phone plugged in and just set up while I'm baking shit, and then I could at least like feel involved. But nah.
Yeah, that's
Nah.
me at work. I can barely load like
Yep.
face like messages and stuff.
I'm glad I have YouTube Music because that loads pretty easily on like 4G, and it usually like loads and still plays all the way through. If I like anything else, it's so inconsistent, pisses me off.
Yeah, pretty much same. It's I have to go to the spots in the building.
Yeah, yep. I had specifically set my stuff at a certain table in the cafe because that's the table I know my phone will actually pick up signal.
Nice.
But
Well, anyway.
We're really living in the future.
yeah,
Yup.
yeah.
Anyway,
Technology.
have a great night. Have a great night, guys.
Well, goodbye.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm cutting the
Yeah.
Midwestern goodbye short. I know what's
Yeah.
happening.
All right. Well, tell your folks I said hi. Tell them I said hi. Have a good one. All right. Stay safe. Stay safe. Have a good.
Drive home
disconnect.
safe. Have a safe drive
Have
home.
a good disconnect.
Yep.
Yeah. There's crazies out there. You want any leftovers? We got some leftovers here. We got a Cool Whip tin here full of it.
Oh my god. I hate how accurate it is. I hate it.
Right?
I hate it.
I
Like, this
literally
is-
do have a Cool Whip tin thing filled with chili in my
Oh
fridge
my
right
God.
now.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
So,
Yeah, that's every family gathering.
yup.
Yep.
But okay.
All right,
bye,
for real
bye.
though. Have a great night, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.